The following is a presentation of Lake TV Sports. This Lake TV Sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. And now your Lake TV pregame show powered by Como Connect. Here's William Holtz and Dave Glendenning.
And we're live here in Eldon, Missouri. It's Lake TV's coverage of high school football, and Week 8 has a big matchup between the Versailles Tigers and Eldon Mustangs. I'm William Holtz, joined by my man, Dave Glendenning, and a perfect night for football.
Yes, it is. A little wet, a little cold. Fall is here, all Missourians.
It is indeed in full force, and this time of year you love football in the rain and in the cold, and especially when you've got two teams with so much to play for.
Yes, they're both 4-3. They both have a lot to battle for. They're still trying to climb up the conference standings, and tonight really is a pivotal game for each one of them. They really can't afford to lose tonight.
Indeed, this year pregame show powered by Como Connect. On tonight's pregame show, we're going to talk with both head coaches of tonight's two teams. We're also going to preview the quarterback for each team, both very dynamic players, that and much more on your pregame show powered by Como Connect when we return to Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy Furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings event provides special values on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
Welcome back to your pregame show, powered by Como Connect. I'm William Holtz, joined by my good man, Dave Glendenning. And Dave, you got two very, very talented teams coming in, as we said, with so much to play for, especially the visiting Versailles Tigers.
Yes, the Versailles Tigers are on a roll like they haven't been on for quite some time, and it's getting a lot of people in Versailles excited about this team. And you can feel it here tonight, you know, how pivotal of a game this is. It's going to be.
Big for both teams right now. Versailles sits third in the conference, already locked up a home playoff game regardless of what happens the rest of the way. They've got an opportunity to host back-to-back playoff games, and it has been a long time since the Versailles Tigers have done that. Now for the Eldon Mustangs, they're at 2-3 in the Tri-County Conference, whereas Versailles is 3-2, and both teams have a negative 27-point differential as far as points forced and points against, which comes down to big it comes down big when it's talking about seedings, because whatever that point differential is, it breaks tie breaks. So for Versailles, if you beat Eldon tonight, you get a full 2-game lead on them. For Eldon, you have a chance to tie Versailles at 3-3 in the conference, and you'll obviously catapult them if you beat them because they're both at 20 points under.
So it actually rewards them to blow people out then.
It does, and that's why sometimes late in games when we're wondering how come, they're still having their foot on the gas pedal, well, when it comes down to playoff time, that differential actually comes into play more than most people realize.
That's very interesting. I kind of knew that was the case, but wasn't 100% sure.
So
maybe our viewers don't know that either.
Well, they do now. And when you talk about, Dave, these Versailles Tigers, they're 10-50 in the last 6 seasons, meaning they're only averaging 2 wins a year. They haven't won a district playoff game the last 5 years. This year, totally different under 6-year head coach Brock Silvers.
Yes. It's all dependent upon the quarterback position. Versailles Tigers truly have a stalwart at quarterback, and he's the leader of their team.
Oh, you're not kidding. And Dave, you talk about Kobe Williams. He's tonight's CHEVYS Pizzeria Spotlight Player of the Game for the Versailles Tigers, and he's putting up just unreal numbers, and you're going to see his numbers here on screen, but what you don't see is this is his second year as the leader of this team. He came in last year as a sophomore, and the Tri-County Conference took notice because as a sophomore, he was one of the most dynamic playmakers. However, his football IQ just wasn't at the level it needed to be to take this Versailles team deep into the playoffs. Well, now you fast forward another year, and he's got that year of experience under his belt. He keeps that lethal repertoire of playmaking ability he has. Yeah, now he adds the year of football IQ experience, and he's probably the best player in the entire Tri-County Conference.
And not only the IQ comes into the story, he also has had an extra offseason to work on getting his body right and, focusing on some of the plays, like you said, the IQ part, but also is getting physically more fit and prepared for the whole season.
Nice thing is, as you saw his numbers, he comes in averaging over 100 yards a game on the ground. Throwing the football, he's got almost 1,000 yards already, and he's got 8 touchdowns through the air, 12 on the ground. He's a I-can-do-all-things kind of guy. When I talked with head coach Brock Silvers earlier tonight, he says, these conditions may not favor us. He's like, but we feel like with Kobe Williams, we got an opportunity to beat just about anybody on our schedule. And when I talked with Coach Silvers, he said a lot more than that. Now joined by Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. Coach Silvers, big-time game in the conference, and obviously conditions going to make it a little different.
Yeah, not what I wanted. Perfect world, we'd be playing on turf, and it'd be about 55 degrees and dry, but it is what it is for both sides. We'll see how it turns out for us tonight.
A lot of people talking about the Versailles Tigers in the Tri-County Conference. Play a good Eldon team. They get Dawson Brandt back in the starting lineup. How do you defend him?
I don't think you can take him away. He adds just another element to their offense. Isaiah Parsons, good running back. Hall's a good running back. They've got 3 good running backs. They're getting Charlie Mays back at tight end. We're going to play a solid 11-player defense tonight and to have a chance in this game defensively. And I think we can get it done. The field condition is going to make it a little harder for Dawson to cut. That's where he's so dynamic on those bootlegs that this might slow him down as equally as it will Kobe for us.
Yeah, speaking of Kobe Williams leading your high-powered offense, how do you think these conditions will play into your offense moving the ball?
We won't know for a little bit. We'll come out with our normal game plan this first couple drives and see how it goes. If we got to make adjustments after that, we will. With the rain stopping, as long as the ball doesn't touch the ground a lot, it might not be so sloppy, and we might be able to have some success still throwing the ball. We did against Southern Boone early when we had to. That's still the game plan tonight.
I know Coach Silvers, black and gold runs through your veins. You love these Versailles Tigers. At 4-3, the win tonight, you could potentially host a playoff game. What's that mean to you and your program?
Yeah, we've already kind of locked up hosting a playoff game, but this would solidify our number 3 seed and maybe even a 2. So this would be to keep away from Lamar, So we got our first goal done, which is a host playoff game, pretty much wrapped up. This wins a lot for going to play the number 3 seed to where maybe we just keep away from Lamar until week 12 and, maybe get 2 home playoff games if we can get in that 2 seed.
Hey, Coach, good luck tonight. Stay dry and warm.
Thanks, William. Appreciate it.
That's Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. Yeah, and you heard him talk about, these conditions, and we've ranted and raved about Versailles quarterback Kobe Williams, but he's not alone. Talk about wideout Wyatt Espinosa, and on the other side, someone that's bursted onto the scene, Dallas Waller. He's done it receiving, and he's done it running the football, so he's got weapons all over.
Yes, he does. And what makes him more dangerous is that he does have Espinosa on the outside, and when he goes out, he can really chuck it down the field to Espinosa. They're a great great quarterback receiver combo.
Espinosa's done it this season with 29 receptions. He's got 6 touchdown catches coming into tonight. But Dallas Waller, he's got 25 catches for 228 yards. He's also got a rushing touchdown. They're going to use him more in that running game. But you look at names like Colby Boycourt, Michael Trotter, Bryson Reynolds, Braden Morrison. I mean, the list goes on and on for the Versailles Tigers. There's weapons. And I mentioned Michael Trotter. He comes in as an absolute force on defense, and we expect him to spend a lot of time in the Eldon backfield tonight.
Every game we've ever watched, it's the Trotter show on defense.
Yeah, it sure is. Michael Trotter, a one-man wrecking crew. But one team looking to slow down Michael Trotter and these Versailles Tigers, the Eldon Mustangs. Will talk with their head coach, Chad Holt, and we'll get a look at their quarterback making his return to the starting lineup, Dawson Brandt. That and much more on the pregame show powered by Como Connect after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want OZARK Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. OZARK Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with OZARK Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
If you can dream it, we can build it. OZARK Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, OZARK Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Chances Are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back! Back up a little bit. There you go. And we're back on Lake TV. This is your pregame show powered by Como Connect. And Dave, one thing that we got to mention, it's worth noting, is the weather conditions, the fact that we're playing on an actual grass field.
Yes, that's big because the Versailles Tigers don't really have any experience playing on this type of field. And not to mention it's kind of wet and muddy. But the bottom line, as far as I'm concerned, is yes, Eldon has had a lot more experience playing on their natural grass, but both teams have to play on the same surface tonight. So it's an even match as far as I'm concerned.
Dave, I might have you remember an earlier broadcast this year where these very Eldon Mustangs hosted Hallsville in a game that ended 6-0. It was only one touchdown in the entire game. 19 fumbles was the official number, and I anticipate we're going to see some balls on the field tonight as well because these slippery conditions. And when I talked with Versailles coaching staff throughout the week, they said, you know what, we're kind of spoiled, like you touched on. They played on turf all year long, and where these Eldon Mustangs, their experience playing in this, especially considering that Hallsville game, and they were able to pull away with a very marginal victory that night. Now, Dave, one thing I wanted to talk about, Eldon, they're going to get their starting quarterback back after a 3-game absence, Dawson Brandt, and that should be a big-time factor.
Yeah, Dawson, he's great. He's a big weapon, at the quarterback position because he can do anything. He can run it inside, outside, and occasionally when they need him to, he can't pass the ball. So he is a big weapon that they've sorely missed when he's been out the last couple games.
Yeah, these Eldon Mustangs under first-year head coach Chad Holt, they started 3-0, now just 1-3 over the last 4 ball games, including 1-2 in the absence of Dawson Brandt. But fill-in quarterback Colin Tam, the junior, he did a nice job They went 1-2, got a big win at California, and he actually had 3 touchdown passes in those 3 games. And Dawson so far in the season only has 1. Another number impressive for Tam. He only had 1 interception, where Brant has 3. So Tam might be a little bit more effective in the passing game, and he proved that in his 3 starts. But Dawson Brant brings that factor as far as what he can do with his legs. Big-time rusher, the 3rd leading rusher on this Eldon Mustangs team, and that's with a 3-game absence, and I expect he'll have some yardage tonight.
Yeah, I expect Brant to break off a couple big ones tonight, if not more.
Yeah,
sure. Both quarterbacks, both quarterbacks, watch out tonight. They're definitely going to be breaking off some big runs.
Indeed, and you talk about Dawson Brant and Eldon. They know he's back in the lineup. Feel like they're going to get back to the Eldon Mustang style of football we've been accustomed to seeing in October and November over the last few seasons under Coach Shannon Jolly. But just because Brant's back in the lineup does not mean that Versailles defense isn't able to slow him down. Speaking of Brant, let's get a look at his numbers. He's tonight's CHEVYS Pizzeria Spotlight Player of the Game for Eldon, and you're going to see obviously missed the last 3 games, but he's got 158 passing yards, of course. 476 yards rushing with 4 scores on the ground. Oh, yeah, don't forget about what he does defensively. 3rd leading tackler on the team with 42 tackles, 3 picks, 2 forced fumbles, and he's actually blocked a pair of kicks already on the season in his 4 games. So needless to say, what a big boost this is for Coach Holt's squad.
Yeah, it's going to be a shot in the arm for the team, and they really need it right now more than ever because they had that little skid like we talked about. And is Dawson Brant going to be enough to get Eldon back in the victory circle, as they say tonight?
Yeah, and as we've looked over the past few seasons, actually over the past 5 years, Eldon has beaten Versailles all 5 of the last 5 years by an average margin of victory, 48-8 over those last 5 years. But as we said, a different ball game. And if you were wondering when's the last time Versailles actually beat Eldon, you'd have to go all the way back to the 2010 season. Versailles won by a score of, I think it was 48-6. That was way back when Bob Ramsey was the head coach for the Versailles Tigers and Chris Marshall, the head coach for the Eldon Mustangs. So completely different situation tonight than it was a few seasons ago. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather be nowhere else than right here in Eldon, Missouri tonight.
Darn right. Victor Field, baby.
Of course, big-time matchup. We're going to wrap up with the pregame show powered by Como Connect when we turn back to Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
And we're back here on Lake TV where the Versailles Tigers win the toss, and as we're used to seeing, they defer. So Eldon's going to be starting with the football tonight. Versailles decides they want it in the second half, but I'm telling you what, the stage has been set, and it is time for big-time football right here from Victor Field. And William Holtz joined by Dave Glendenning, and just moments away from kickoff. And Dave, as I look down there on the field, you see about the 40-yard line, there's some puddle. Well, I was walking on the field prior to the game tonight, and I'm telling you, where those officials are standing and on both 40-yard lines, those dark areas, there is some very, very thick mud, and it is surely going to affect tonight's footing. It's going to affect tonight's grip on the football. And like we said, we are going to see some loose footballs on the turf. So I guess we'll find out who's tougher and who wants it more. That's going to conclude tonight's post-game show powered by Como Connect. And it is officially time for high school football. All right, Matthew Lohr set to kick for Versailles. Shallow end-over-end kick, fielded at the 25-yard line by Logan Hall. He's got some good yardage. He's across the 40, up to the 41, and Hall's another player got to talk about. He's going to split duties in the backfield tonight with Isaiah Parsons, and Hall has had a big-time role in this Eldon offense, especially during the absence of Dawson Brandt. He's really gotten a ton of carries. You look at his numbers, he's 92 yards rushing last week, 4 catches, 82 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns a week ago against Boonville. So I anticipate he's going to play a pretty big role in tonight's game as well.
So I imagine first snap here, we're going to see the normal Eldon offensive. There we go.
Brandt out of the shotgun, quick swing pass to Logan Hall, who's got good yardage. He's across midfield and inside Tiger territory. Just like that, Logan Hall with a catch and run. He's up to the 44-yard line. We'll give him 14 yards and a Mustang first down just like that, Dave.
Yeah, I think the Mustangs are, look, they're already gone up 3 wide receivers. It's something that they don't normally show defenses.
Yeah,
something different.
No one was expecting to see this now. Hall in motion. They're going to do it again, and a nice catch by Hall, but he's going to do so back at the 45-yard line. So an errant throw by Dawson Brandt. Hall makes the catch, but loses 2 yards in the process. So 2nd and 12 now for Versailles. And Dave, we're really not used to seeing this, but Eldon mixing things up a little bit.
Yeah, normally you would see run, and then pass when you absolutely have to. Flipping the script tonight.
Now Brandt's going to line up back under center with that split backfield, Parsons and Hall. This is more like the Eldon Mustangs we're used to seeing. Trotter coming in on a blitz. It's going to go to Hall to the outside. He's got good yardage, and he's tripped up on the far sideline. Can't get a jersey number with the stop for Versailles. Espinosa in on the stop. That time for the Tigers going to bring up about 3rd and 7 now, Dave. Good yardage on 2nd down, so 3rd manageable here. Brandt back under center. Uh-oh, we have a whistle here. Maybe some early movement.
Oh, the first hanky of the evening.
Oh, and they're going to get Versailles for neutral zone infraction.
Ooh, that's giving them a first down.
Yeah.
Costly penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down, just enough yardage on the neutral zone infraction, and not the start Coach Silvers wanted to see from his defense. Free set of downs. It's 1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. Eldon getting close to Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Already just a minute and a half into the game. And motion is Hall. Quick swing pass. Nice throw from Brandt. Hall's trying to get to the outside. He'll split a couple of Tiger defenders, take it to the 23-yard line. And Dave, that's another Eldon first down.
And that's another swing pass play. It's the 3rd one on this first series already.
Yeah, Reynolds makes the stop along with Colby Williams for Versailles, and actually they're going to spot him about a yard shy of the first down, so 2nd and short now for Eldon. Brandt under center. And Versailles shows blitz. Looks like they have a false start against the Mustangs, so going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
I'll tell you what, Will, I think that Eldon's going to keep running that play until Versailles stops it. I mean, that seems to be the case already early on.
Yeah, and essentially those swing passes are just like a run, except you get your back out in space a little bit, and if you can make a guy miss, well, you can be off to the races. At the worst case scenario, when they do that swing pass, it's going to be a couple yards every time. Out of the shotgun again, Hall in motion. They're going to fake that quick pass, and Brandt's going to keep it up the middle, and he's got a Eldon first down. He's taken down from behind. This time number 7 for the Tigers, Dallas Waller. Well, that's a first down again for Eldon. So Mustangs able to move the ball here on their first possession. They've gotten to the 21-yard line, just outside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Brandt inside give. This time's Parsons with the carry. He rumbles forward, Dave, and he's got 9 yards. Another big gain, and now Eldon's inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Your Case IH red zone alert. It's 2nd and about 4 now for Eldon. They've got it at the Versailles 14-yard line. Brandt split backfield again on 2nd down. The give this time, this Hall, or is it Parsons? It's Hall, and he's got another Mustang first down to the 10. It'll be first and goal for the Mustangs, and their offense looking good here on this first series.
Keep getting those Eldon chunk yards like they like. And Holland, that last run, had a little wiggle in the step, didn't he?
Yeah, he split a couple Tiger defenders, and goal to go situation now. Field gets just a bit smaller for the Mustangs. It's going to be a bootleg on the fake play action. And Brand keeps it down to about the 6. First guy there for the Tigers, Bryson Reynolds, also in on the stop, Dylan Spicer. We called his name in a couple of big situations a week ago at Osage.
And now, really, Versailles' defense is going to have to step up here and make a play.
Yeah, second goal from the 6. The quick give, it's Parsons, and he's going to be stuffed. Gets it down to about the 1. Reynolds holding on for dear life from behind. He'll bring up third and goal from the 1.
Yeah, he had him, but he got taken for about a 2-yard ride there.
Yeah, and Bryson Reynolds joined the club. A lot of Tri-County Conference defenders this season have been taken for a ride from Isaiah Parsons, and we're used to seeing that over the last couple of seasons. So third and goal now from the 1. Brandt under center, big-time situation. Takes the snap, the quick give to Parsons, and he's stuffed at the line. First man there, of course, Michael Trotter for a loss of 1.
Of course.
Going to bring up fourth and goal from the 2. And I'll tell you what, third and short, Trotter read it through the gap and just stuffed Parsons for a loss of 1. And now fourth and goal to go, and what a play this is going to be.
And that's the big play I was referring to. They had to come up with one down here near the goal line. And do they have one more big play in them? We're about to find out.
Fourth and goal now, Brand under center. Keeps the legs churning. Isaiah Parsons takes it to the house for a touchdown. That's another score, and he's had himself a whale of a season. Dave, that is his 9th touchdown run of the season. This one gives Eldon the early lead, 6-0 over Versailles with 7:18 left in the first quarter. So 4 minutes, 42 seconds eating off the clock on Eldon's opening drive. And now, the snap was not handled well by the holder. And Versailles drops him for a loss in the backfield. Kobe Boykert, the guy in the backfield for Versailles, making the stop. So 6-0 Eldon. Just 4 minutes and 42 seconds into this one. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
For tough jobs, you need even tougher equipment. Focus your energy where it's needed most with Kubota Construction. And the Kubota Skid Loader SVL95 can help you do just that. Powerful and versatile extensions allow you to alternate tasks without leaving the cab. Easily maneuver through tight spaces to get the job done. Keep moving with Kubota at Crown Power, serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
And welcome back to live high school football on Lake TV. It's week 8 of the Missouri State High School football schedule on Lake TV here at beautiful Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri, where the conditions are a bit cool and very damp. More rain in the forecast. It's not coming down right now, but it did earlier, and the field is a soppy mess. Eldon takes advantage in their first possession. They go all the way down the field in 4 minutes and 42 seconds and score on Isaiah Parsons' 9th touchdown rush of the season. And they hold the early lead over the Versailles Tigers. And Dave, we're getting ready to see the first look of the night at Versailles quarterback Kobe Williams.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing their first possession tonight.
Fielded at about the 20. Good return up to the 32-yard line. We'll give him 12 or 13 yards. That's number 87 for the Tigers, Caden McGinnis.
Number 87, Caden McGinnis.
I really am looking forward to this first series because I think it might tell us a whole lot of how this game might transpire.
Be interested to see. Last week, Versailles was not forced to throw the football and spread it out too much. They ran it a lot more with Kobe Williams. He had 200 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and I want to see this young man air it out a little bit, and hopefully he has an opportunity tonight. First down, the inside carry out of the shotgun formation. That's Michael Trotter, and he's got minimal gain. We'll give him one as he works it up to the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Number 79, Jacob Krantz on the stop.
Krantz with the stop for the Mustangs, and you notice the all-white uniforms for Versailles in the tops and the helmet. You also already see Wyatt Espinosa's right side of his jersey already very, very dark. These jerseys are not going to stay white for long, Dave.
No, I can imagine they're going to be unrecognizable by the end of the game.
2nd down, same play. This time they tried the right side, but the Eldon line stands tall once again. Krantz in on the stop. Trotter has a couple. Going to bring about 3rd down and 6 now as he works it up to the 37-yard line. Here's where you're going to get to see Colby Williams in space, Dave.
I would imagine we're going to see some sort of bootleg and let him just take it in his hands and see what he can do.
That run pass option.
Or let one to fly at Espinosa.
It's going to be a straight quarterback draw up the middle, and Williams bottled up and taken down at the 40-yard line, well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 3. It was a straight quarterback draw, but Eldon, no siree. If you're Versailles, you roll the dice here.
Wow, it's really hard to say. It's so early. Just depending on, how confident they are in the play call.
Well, out of the shotgun, 4 wide. Williams takes the snap. They will go on 4th and 3, and he's stopped at his own 40-yard line. No siree. The Eldon defense makes a stand and gives it back to the Eldon offense. 1st and 10 at the Versailles 40-yard line.
That could be a big mistake going for it there. Could have reaped them some rewards had they made it, but this puts Eldon in primo field position.
Yeah, and you got to say it, though. The Eldon defense, a great job staying home. Not many people can stop Kobe Williams on back-to-back quarterback draws, and that's exactly what Coach Chad Holt's defense did. And they do so giving the ball back to Dawson Brandt, the Mustang offense, as you said, in prime field position. 1st down give to Logan Hall to the right side, cuts back across the field, across the 35, now down to the 34-yard line. We're going to give him 6 yards. We'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
And Espinosa had his nose in on the tackle on that play.
Yeah, he'll be chomping at the bit. He wants to get some opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. But in the meantime, he says, well, I'll make a stop on defense.
And get his uniform a little bit more muddy.
Yeah, I don't think my uniform would stay clean for long in these conditions. So 2nd down and 3 now, 4:42 left in the opening quarter of play. Brandt takes the snap. It's going to be a play action. He's going to roll to his right. Just able to escape a couple of Tiger defenders. He steps out just shy of 1st down yardage, it appears. We'll have to wait. And now some extracurricular activity, and that's going to draw a flag. I wonder who it's on. But Dave, first and foremost, they're going to call it a 1st down as Brandt's given the 29-yard line, which is good for the 1st down. But then we've got a penalty flag, which I'm curious to see who they've got here.
It's got to be some sort of personal foul because it was well after the whistle was blown.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. So Versailles going to give up 15 more yards.
Against the Tigers.
It was on.
They call it on number 7, Dallas Waller.
That's the rumor.
First down, Mustang!
So here we go. Versailles again.
Inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone, Dave. Your Case IH red zone alert has the Eldon Mustangs 1st and 10 at the Tiger 15-yard line, and Versailles in jeopardy of going down 2 scores here in the 1st quarter. Not the way they envisioned this one would start for them.
No, sir, and they've already given up 2 first downs by penalties thus far in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, the 1st down was on the gain by Parsons, but then you add insult to injury in the personal foul. You cannot give these Mustangs chunks of yardage and penalties, and Versailles has done so thus far, and now looks like they jump.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, they're going to get. They're going to get Eldon for the false start. So backs up the Mustangs back to the 20-yard line, and Versailles says thank you. They needed that.
Yes. It looks like the Versailles defense kind of got the Eldon offensive line to jump prematurely.
Yeah, and you'll see Trotter come from that linebacker position at least half of the defensive plays where he's at that line showing blitz. And if you're Dawson Brandt, you could understand being a little antsy as these offensive linemen for the Mustangs. Hall in motion, the quick swing pass. No, it's a fake once again. Brandt's going to keep it himself. He has it inside the 15-yard line as Riley Radman there for the Tigers. We're going to give Brandt about a 6-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Man, Versailles had an opportunity on that opening defensive series, 4th and goal, to stuff the Mustangs. But you'll remember it was Parsons who was able to find the end zone and score first for the Mustangs, and their defense gives it back to Eldon's offense, looking to add to their early lead. The gives to Parsons, trying to get outside. He's going to be bottled up. I think it's Radman once again, but about 6 or 7 for Parsons as he's down to the 8-yard line.
I believe the Versailles Tigers are already having a case of deja vu so far. They're already finding themselves back against the goal line, trying to defend this run-heavy Eldon Mustang team.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Ball's at the 8-yard line, Dave. And needless to say, if Eldon can go up here in these conditions, 2 scores against an Eldon offense like this could be a big-time mountain to climb for Versailles. They need a stop. Up the middle's Parsons. He's got 1st down yardage. He's inside the 5, and that's going to bring up a 1st and goal situation for Eldon. Parsons running hard here in the early going, Dave, and something we are very accustomed to seeing.
Yes, and like we mentioned before, the trio of Eldon running backs are really big bruising backs that they don't go down with the first hit.
1st and goal from the 2.
This is almost a gimme for this Eldon offense.
Yeah, it's tough to stop them in these
Against
short yardage
anybody.
situations. And once again, Isaiah Parsons, good push from the Eldon line, and Eldon out in front early, 12-0 with 2:41 left in the opening quarter. That's his 10th touchdown rush of the year, and Eldon, good start for the Mustangs, especially defensively, Dave, because really no first downs in that opening series for Kobe Williams and the Versailles Tigers. Not many defenses have been able to accomplish that this season.
Yeah, I believe they gave him a 1st down, if I'm not mistaken. The Eldon Mustangs via penalty.
Maybe so.
Here we go for the 2-point conversion, though.
It's no good, but they're going to get a Versailles Tiger in the end zone for pulling down Isaiah Parsons. What happened really is Parsons came in and bumped him, Dave, and kind of knocked the Versailles defender to the ground, and the Versailles defender, as he fell, just pulled Parsons down with him. He's going to get flagged, but really could have gone either way, and I think Eldon's going to get another crack at this one.
Another mistake.
Yeah, and this is going to be unfortunate. Oh, nope. They say it's an illegitimate flag, so Versailles defense gets the stop, and Dave, that's a good call. So with 2:41 left in the opening quarter of play, it's Eldon 12, Versailles 0. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings event provides special values on
Furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
And we are back on Lake TV with 2:41 left here in the first quarter. Dave and Eldon, a great start tonight. They're up 12-0. but Versailles offense about to get the ball back, and I'm sure Kobe Williams is eager to get something going offensively here for the Tigers.
It's not like Versailles does not have the offensive firepower to get back in the game. I think really what the key is going to be is, can Versailles slow down the Eldon offense enough and stay in this game?
Well, we'll find out, Dave, and luckily for us, the rain is holding off for now, but something tells me we may get some precipitation before tonight's game comes to a close.
Nah, it's not going to happen.
Well, I hope you're right. We're prepared tonight. I brought towels and blankets and all that good stuff, so if we do run into a wet situation, we are ready. Eldon now set to kick.
Nice boot.
Good boot indeed. Fielded at about the 11-yard line for the Tigers. Good return up to the 40, all the way to the 42-yard line. And with the return, Bryson Reynolds for the Tigers, and that gets the Tigers sideline pumped just a little bit. They get excellent starting field position here as Kobe Williams and the Tiger offense takes over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, and Killian Wilson, number 42 for the Mustangs, was there on the tackle. Dare I say, touchdown-saving tackle?
Yeah, there were some holes on the field. It very well could have been. So we'll see what Versailles decides to try offensively. First 2 downs last possession, they gave it to Trotter, who was unable to get anything going up the middle.
And you get Kobe outside.
Versailles, all kinds
trickery.
of movement. You can't have 2 players moving, and Versailles going to get the timeout. Coach Silvers very wisely chooses to call a timeout. We're going to stay right here with you on Lake TV. And Dave, that last possession, you were talking about maybe Versailles got a first down, but if I remember correctly, it was 2 runs by Trotter, and then on 3rd and 6, Kobe Williams got 3, and then on 4th and 3, he got stuffed, and Eldon took over. So Eldon defense was all over it. The only penalties we've seen have been on Versailles defense and then a false start on Versailles, or on the Eldon offense. So Eldon, almost a quarter into the game, 0 first downs. Of course, I'm sure Williams and the Tiger offense hoping to change that here, but I expect in that opening series we might see Williams and the Tigers drive down the field, but we got to see a little dose of Coach Chad Holt and the Eldon defense standing tall.
And Versailles, they've got a pretty good field position right now.
Yeah, 42-yard line. Reynolds made the return from the 10 all the way up to the 42, got 32 yards in that return. So good starting field position. Williams out of the shotgun, gives the carry to Reynolds, who rumbles forward before being taken down at about the 45. We'll give him 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
That's a respectable gain on 1st down.
Yeah, but I want to see Versailles get Kobe Williams out in space. And even though a couple of running plays to Williams, he did get the ball. Really, you force him right up the middle. You don't get him out in space, giving him options. I want to see him outside the pocket where he can throw the football or he can tuck it and run, because in my opinion, that's when he's most dangerous. Williams out of the gun. They give the Trotter. He's got good yardage here. He rumbles forward into Eldon territory down to the 42-yard line. We'll give him 13 yards and a 1st down for Versailles, their 1st of the evening.
And that was Caden Dillon on the tackle.
Nice gainer right there. Trotter's best gain here of the night. He's got 3 carries so far. That one obviously the best one. And Versailles, there it was, their very first down.
Woohoo! They're on a roll.
Yeah, into Eldon territory. 1st and 10 from the 41, 1:34 left in the 1st quarter. Man, Eldon watching the Tiger offense shift a ton. Quarterback draw to Williams, who tries to get outside, and there he goes.
Talking about.
Inside the 30, down the sideline.
That's it.
Inside the 15, to the house, touchdown. Versailles, Kobe Williams. From 41 yards out, there are no flags on the field, and just like that, the Tigers cut the lead in half.
We got a ball game, boys and girls.
I'll tell you what, once Kobe Williams got outside, no one could do a thing about it. A little stutter step close to the sideline leaves the Mustangs in his dust, and Versailles an extra point away from making it a 5-point ball game. Boykert will do the holding. Matthew Lohr with the attempt. High snap. Kobe does a nice job. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So nice job by Kobe Boykert to hold the high snap. Matthew Lohr puts it through with 1:19 left in the first quarter. It's 12 Eldon, 7 Versailles. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Who's my dog? And welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. Week 8 action has us at beautiful Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri, where the conditions are a bit damp and very cool. About 42 degrees, Dave, about as cool as it's been so far for us on Football Friday.
By far. Hence the hat on your lid.
And how about the Versailles response?
Very impressive, and that's what we expected.
Good return here for Logan Hall. He's got it all the way up to midfield where Dawson Brandt and the Eldon offense gets another crack at it. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line, and wow, that's a great return.
So, question is, again, can the Versailles Tigers get them to do at least a 3 and out here? But again, Eldon's looking at incredible field position. I mean, they're almost starting at the 50-yard line every time they've had the ball.
Yeah, they've got it at midfield, not what Versailles wanted to see, but Eldon hoping to add to the lead here. 1st down and 10. Brandt, the give to Isaiah Parsons. He's across the 45 and taken down from behind. In on the stop for the Tigers. That time, Michael Trotter. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain.
Gaining 6 on that play.
Put the tackles in B here. I'm kicking.
So 2nd down and 4. We're inside a minute to go here in the opening quarter of play. 40 seconds remaining. 2nd and 4 now. Brandt under center. The give this time to Parsons once again, and he's going to be upended and taken down a couple yards shy of the sticks. So 3rd down and 2 now. And that is going to be your last play of the first quarter, it looks like. So, Dave, about all you could ask for. 1 quarter in, Eldon 12, Versailles 7, unless Eldon rushes up here. But I think they'll probably be content to switch ends, or will they?
Oh.
Smart play. Brandt gets Michael Trotter to jump across, and another free 1st down for the Eldon Mustangs, the 3rd we've seen tonight already.
Boy, these Versailles Tigers feeling awful charitable tonight.
As a result of the penalty, we have a 1st down, Mustangs.
So Versailles, they've been hurt in the penalty department tonight, and also on special teams. They've given up some nice returns in the early going. And Eldon taking advantage of that great field position. And after one, Dave, it's the hometown Eldon Mustangs 12, the visiting Versailles Tigers 7. You'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want OZARK Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. OZARK Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with OZARK Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
And welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. The Versailles Tigers at 4-3 come in against the 4-3 Eldon Mustangs. Of course, in conference, Versailles 3-2 and Eldon 2-3 when you look at the conference seedings. So tons at stake in Eldon now. 1st and 10 at the Versailles 37-yard line. Or I don't know if these guys Yeah, they're going to back it up to the 37. I was like, I think they gave him an extra 4 or 5 yards as they switched ends. So, but Dave, one thing the Eldon Mustangs, that field position, Versailles cannot continue to give Eldon these short fields to work with because they're tough enough to stop without giving them a short field.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I was surprised they didn't punt on their primary possession, the first possession.
Yeah, I agree with you. I probably would have punted on that first series. Of course, you don't think that your guy's going to get stopped as the ball's on the turf. Dawson Brandt falls on it back at the 43-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard loss. That's what Versailles needed. Going to bring up 2nd down and 16.
Yeah, if they can capitalize on some miscues by the Eldon Mustangs, that'd be great.
Well, you got to remember, Dave, Eldon already taking advantage of 3 Versailles penalties that gave them a 1st down. So Versailles will gladly take any return from the Mustangs, and that 6-yard loss is exactly what they needed. 11:27 left in the first quarter of play. Under center is Dawson Brandt. He's going to give it to Logan Hall, who's trying to get outside. Big-time yardage, and there he goes from 42 yards out. Logan Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, and he is rolling the last few weeks. Eldon gets that lead right back. They're up 18-7 with 11:14 left in the second quarter, and Dave, this one is shaking up to be a shootout potentially.
Yes, and once he hit that crease, he put the burners on, and 6 points.
Yeah, it was interesting as he got through that first level of Tiger defenders. It's almost like he shot out of a cannon up the seam. He was gone. Eldon going to attempt the 2-point conversion, try to make it a 13-point game. Brandt under center. Parsons and Hall in the backfield with him, and Eldon an early start, so that's going to back him up 5 yards.
Legal procedure against the Mustangs.
I got to admit to you, Dave, on my way to the game tonight, I stopped at the Eldon Casey's and had a couple pieces of pepperoni pizza. Oh, it hit the spot like you wouldn't believe.
Yes, they've got something special in that pizza. I'm certain of it.
Well, it's not as good as Chevy's Pizzeria Pizza or Eris's Pizza, but unfortunately for us, that wasn't on the way. So Casey's had to do.
Next time.
And another false start against Eldon. So they're going to be attempting this 2-point conversion from the 12-yard line. That's 2 false starts, and Eldon, lots of points through a quarter plus, but quite a few penalties, and now they bring in the big package. Looks like they're going to attempt the extra point.
Wow, this is a super long extra point, and no bueno.
So after the failed extra point, Eldon still out in front by a score of 18-7 over the visiting Versailles Tigers. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
If you can dream it, we can build it. OZARK Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, OZARK Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Welcome back to Eldon, Missouri. It's Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. And the Mustangs, an impressive start to tonight's ball game. They're out in front 18-7. They've scored all 3 times they've touched the football.
So again, pressure's back on Versailles' offense. And I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to get a little rest for that Versailles defense, too. They've been out in the field quite a bit already in the first half.
Yeah, the majority of the first quarter, their defense was out there trying to stop Isaiah Parsons in this Eldon offense. So good kick for the Mustangs. Field at about the 16-yard line by Dallas Waller. He's got some good yardage. There he goes across the 45, all the way up to the 43-yard line of the Mustangs. And Dallas Waller has made his impact felt from the start of this one. not just on the offense and defensive side, but in the special teams game. That's his second impressive return and sets Versailles up with excellent field position.
Well, I'll tell you what, Waller had a lot of really, really good blocking out there, and he followed his blockers. He cut right as soon as he got that ball, and I heard some serious hitting as far as the blocking goes for the Versailles Tigers on that return.
Those Versailles Tigers, they've got it 1st and 10 at the Eldon 43-yard line. Kobe Williams works out of the shotgun. First down, he's going to give it to Michael Trotter, who cuts back across and has about 3 as he works his way down to the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. And Dave, every time Versailles has had it 1st and 10, tonight I believe it's been 3 yards on 1st down.
It's been the trend the last couple of possessions, yeah.
So with 10:40 left in the first half, Versailles hoping to cut into this Eldon lead. Eldon out in front 18-7, Dave. Isaiah Parsons already a couple of touchdown runs tonight, and Logan Hall ripped off a long one over 40 yards just moments ago. 2nd down they give to Michael Trotter, and he is bottled up in the backfield. Reynolds actually the ball carrier for Versailles, and he goes nowhere. Xander Strickland there for the Mustangs. Krantz also in on the stop, so with 10 minutes to go, Versailles a big 3rd down and 8 at the 41-yard line of the Mustangs.
So Andrew, during the kickoff, one of the coaches from Versailles said,
Big play here on 3rd and 8.
Watch for Espinosa here in the seam. Logan Hall is going to have him single covered. That's a matchup I'd like to see. Kobe Williams out in the flat. He's got his man, Dawson Brandt, making the stop from behind, but not until a 1st down is gained for the Versailles Tigers as Caden McGinnis, the junior. The catch and run of about 10 yards in a Tiger 1st down.
McGinnis did a great job holding on to the ball because Brandt was trying to strip it as soon as he came in there.
Yeah, not just that, Dave, but a really nice job by Kobe Williams. Knew exactly where he was going with the football. 3rd step in his drop back, delivered a strike, and of course, the rest done by McGinnis. And Versailles, a fresh set of downs now. 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line of the Mustangs. Williams takes the snap, going to be a quarterback draw. He's got some room. He splits a couple of Mustang defenders. He works it up to the 24-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3 now as Versailles just on the outside of the Crown Power and Equipment red zone.
What I've noticed, Will, is that it appears that Versailles' offensive line are starting to get a little bit of a rhythm here. They're opening up some seams for their players to make some good runs, just as that last one.
Yeah, I'm looking for Kobe Williams to take a shot downfield to Wyatt Espinosa on this play. 2nd and short. He's working out of the shotgun. In the slot is Espinosa. Keep an eye on him, Dave. Going to be a run instead to Trotter, who's across the 20, down to about the 19-yard line. So a 5-yard gain and a Tiger 1st down. As they're inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone, your Case IH red zone alert has the Versailles Tigers with a 1st and 10 at the Mustang 19-yard line.
Impressive drive thus far.
Of course, short field for the Tigers. They started inside Eldon territory, but they're moving the football effectively and don't look like they're wanting the Mustangs to get too far out in front.
And they haven't even thrown it to Espinosa yet, Will.
It's coming. 1st down and 10. Xander Strickland jumped early. That's going to be a free 5 yards, and Versailles is going to have it 1st and 5 at the Mustang 14-yard line. And Dave, I'm telling you, he's about to throw a pass to Wyatt Espinosa.
This game?
No, on this series.
Okay.
Wyatt Espinosa is going to catch his 7th touchdown of the season.
So you want to put some skin in the game here?
Well, my skin's covered. I'm freezing. Let's keep my
I think
skin.
everyone that saw the pregame shows knows that you are freezing. Well,
I would be. 1st and 5 now. Versailles has it at the 14-yard line, 8 minutes to go. Kobe Williams, a quarterback draw, and he is stopped.
Nothing.
No, sir.
Whoa! Suplex!
Dawson Brandt picks up his counterpart, swings him down.
Wow, Brandt had quite the gesture to his own sideline.
I didn't see it. What'd he do, Dave?
He did a little this.
For the people at home, he flexed, showing his sideline, let's get big. And Fortunate he didn't call for a penalty with
he's
the
very fortunate.
body
Even with
slam.
what he did after it, yes. I decided to chuckle.
So a 1-yard loss officially on the first down play, bringing up 2nd down and 6. 7:22 left to go here in the first half. Williams out of the shotgun once again. Michael Trotter, lone setback to his right. Williams takes the snap. Going to be a quarterback draw. Oh! Just tripped up was Williams. Otherwise, he scores his 13th touchdown of the season on the ground. Not sure what Mustang was able to get a hand on the leg of Kobe Williams.
And you know what they say, the Maxwell Smart and the Get Smart shares, no one will probably understand this, but miss it by that much. And Will, you look dumbfounded. You probably don't even know what that show is, but I understand.
I was spotting to see if it was Williams that was spelled or it was actually Bryson Reynolds. So Kobe Williams remains on the field. 3rd and 3 now. Ball at the 12-yard line of the Mustangs. The quick hitter to Dallas Waller. Inside the 10, he's got close to first down yardage. They're going to spot him at the 10. He's going to be about a half yard shy. Going to bring up 4th down and short as they tried the quick hitter, officially a pass. A little shuffle pass to Waller, who came from the slot in motion. You saw Williams, the quick hitter, but Eldon, great pursuit to the outside. And Versailles now forced the 4th down and short.
So, now this would be the time to take the Mustangs by surprise by doing a little fade route to Espinosa in the end zone, eh?
Well, I'm not sure on 4th and short. I like taking a risk. Maybe on 3rd and short. That way you still have a chance on 4th down. But if you take a shot here and it ends up incomplete,
Williams
you turn
is
it
pretty
over.
accurate with the ball.
Yeah, I like to see Williams on a draw up the middle here. We'll wait and see. 4th and short. In motion is Waller. Williams with the quarterback keeper. He's got first down yardage as he works up to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Versailles Tigers. Your Crown Power and Equipment Red Zone. Case IH Red Zone Alert has Versailles 1st and goal at the 8-yard line with 6:23 left here in the first half. Of course, lots of other exciting action taking place around the Tri-County Conference tonight. We'll catch you up on some of those scores momentarily. 1st and goal. Williams going to run to the left side. He gets inside the 5. He dives. Does he get the pylon? He does. And Kobe Williams, for the 13th time this season, takes it to the house on his legs. And Versailles 13, Eldon 18. And I'm telling you what a ball game.
Kobe Williams, half man, half amazing. That guy has got a nose for the end zone, and he showed it to you right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dave, he was balled up at about the 3-yard line, kind of contorted his body, did extra little reach, and then the dive with the reach to the pylon. Impressive, reminding me of one Josh Allen just last week against the Titans.
With the touchdown carry for the Tigers.
As you're wearing a Buffalo Bills beanie, yes.
And the extra point attempt from Lohr wide left, so no good as he was taken out on the play. And Lohr looks to be shaken up. So after the missed extra point with 5:56 left in the first half, Eldon clinging to a slim lead. They're up 18-13 over the Versailles Tigers, folks. This one is shaping up to be a barn burner. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
To high school football live on Lake TV, and Lohr still shaking up on the ground. So we're going to go back to commercial, folks. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
chances are you'll be back! And we are back here on Lake TV, where the Eldon Mustangs clinging to a 5-point advantage. But, Dave, this one's shaping up to be an absolute barn burner, like I said, as the kick by Dallas Waller is a short one, fielded at the 31-yard line. And Eldon going to get great starting field position as Nate Wardenberg with the return. And Eldon 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. It seems like every time Eldon has started with the football, they've started very near midfield.
Yes, they've had excellent field position to start almost every single drive. And they still have not been stopped. I mean, we still haven't been seeing the turnovers like we'd predicted before the game either. The conditions haven't really led to any slippery balls or, any errant passes or drop balls.
Just one drop snap by Dawson Brandt earlier on a low snap, and then a bad snap on an extra point. But outside of that, fairly clean. Dave, you're right. So 1st and 10 now, Eldon. The give to Logan Hall. He tries to get to the left side, and there he goes again. He's going to work back across the field. Still on his feet, but what a tackle. I believe that was Braden Morrison.
We have to guess at this point, Will, because I can't read some numbers on these guys.
Might be Wyatt Espinosa on the play. There is a flag as Espinosa made a great stop, but there is a flag on the play.
That was a one-armed jersey fling tackle, Mr. Holtz.
Oh, well, they're going to call him for a horse collar.
No,
didn't look like it was.
That was the middle of his jersey.
Yeah, I don't think that call was correct. It's going to be a personal foul, 15-yard penalty, and Eldon already 1st and 10 at the Tiger 33-yard line.
Looked like he just grabbed his jersey and did a pirouette and threw him on the ground.
Colin Tam now checks into the game for the Mustangs, the quarterback that filled in nicely for Dawson Brandt over the last 3 weeks. He's going to line up as a wide receiver, so watch for a wide receiver pass here if Tam jumps back behind the line of scrimmage.
Ooh, Versailles defense reloading.
It'll be a quick hitter. Oh, and a big-time hit for the Tigers. Guess who? Bryson Reynolds again, making a big-time hit, this time on Isaiah Parsons.
Yeah, and Parsons probably outweighs him by about 50 pounds, but he stuck his nose in there and made a great tackle.
Bryson Reynolds is an athlete, and he showed it there. 2nd and 10 now for Eldon. 5 minutes left in the first half, Dave. And remember, Versailles won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so if they can find a way to get a stop and get some points before the half, they would certainly carry momentum into the break. 2nd and 10 now. Brandt, play action. He's going to roll to the right side, trying to get outside, and not much doing. Nice job by the Versailles defense to contain the edge. We're going to give him 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8 in a big-time play here for the Versailles defense.
And that's the type of play that Brandt excels at over and over again, but the Tigers were there to stop him.
David, I don't know if it's just me, but did you notice when he started trying to get the feet churning a little bit, his footing seemed to be awful heavy. That mud down there might have played a factor.
Could it be that? Could it be the lingering effects of a potential injury? Could it be both? Who knows?
Could be, yeah, could be a combination. Nonetheless, 3rd and 8 now. Brandt looks like Eldon started early again. Oh, they're going to get Versailles jumping off sides. So that's going to give them a free 5 yards and going to be 3rd down and 3. And obviously, Dave, goes without saying, 3rd and 3, much more manageable than 3rd and 8.
Just a wee bit. It's Dawson Brandt territory. Just, I'll probably put it in his hands to get them a 1st down.
Officially 3rd and 4, actually, I guess. So out of the shotgun is Brandt. Logan Hall in the backfield with him. No, actually under center is Brandt. That's Parsons. Hall going to get the carry, trying to get outside, and he's going to be upended and taken down from behind. Michael Trotter with the stop for the Tigers. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Mustangs.
Great tackle by Trotter, going low, making sure he's not going to go anywhere. He wasn't going to be dragged by Hall at all today.
4th and 4 for the Mustangs.
So 4th and 4 here, and it appears the Mustangs are going for it, as is their MO in these situations. And Brandt under center.
He's going to throw under pressure and in and out of the hands of his intended target, Colin Tam. There is a flag down, and oh no. It's against Eldon, it looks like. So Brandt was looking for Colin Tam, and the slippery conditions definitely played a factor on that one. Tam unable to haul it in, and Versailles, a big-time stop we knew they needed, and they get it. They're going to get it 1st and 10 inside their own 30-yard line.
They're discussing it right now.
No, it's definitely against Eldon. Penalty will be declined. So Eldon's defense gives it back. I guess Versailles now, they're going to take over on downs, and that's a big-time stop, Dave.
Yes, finally for the Versailles Tigers, they got the stop they needed. Hey, this is looking to be a very, very good opportunity for them. Somehow they can put some points on the board before halftime with 3:39 left in the second quarter. They come back second half with the ball. They could end up with the lead.
Very well could. 3 minutes, 39 seconds, 2 timeouts still in his pocket. Does Coach Brock Silvers of the Versailles Tigers have? Boy, look at a couple of these Versailles jerseys. Absolutely filthy. Kobe Williams out of the shotgun. Inside give. Michael Trotter, I believe, the ball carrier. Minimal gain on 1st down. Going to bring up 2nd down. Don't go anywhere, folks, after the conclusion of our first half. It's the halftime show presented by Kwik Car. We'll break down the first half stats. We'll talk about how our score got to exactly where it will end at halftime, and we'll also potentially have a guest here in the booth. All of that during your halftime show presented by Kwik Cars, so don't go anywhere once we conclude the first half. 2nd down and 9 as we've got 3 minutes left now, Dave, here in the first half. Williams, inside give, met by a couple of Mustangs. First man there, number 78, Sam Kopic, and I'll tell you what, he just trucked the Tiger ball carrier.
Now I'm surprised out of one of those first 2 plays we didn't see Williams launch one deep to Espinosa like you like to see.
Oh, it's coming, Dave. Apparently they're waiting for the right opportunity, but I don't know when there's the wrong opportunity to give Williams an opportunity to air it out.
It's a not-so-secret weapon. So here we go. Williams in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking left. Wide open. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Guess who? Wyatt Espinosa with a little comeback route about 10 yards down the field. It's a strike from Williams. Espinosa tacks on 7 on the yards after the catch, and after 17-yard gain on 3rd down, Versailles has it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
They made it look like an easy pitch and catch, just like in practice.
Well, I mean, it really was. You've got soft coverage on one of the best wideouts in the conference. I think that hitch route is one you got to go to again.
Yeah, they're playing 20, almost 15 yards off the receivers.
Williams for Espinosa once again, and he has his man up at the 45-yard line on back-to-back plays, and another 1st down, this time in consecutive Tiger plays.
Did you see that route by Espinosa?
Oh, yeah, it was an outside cut.
Well, he improvised there when Williams was scrambling and came back and made a great cut to get open.
And you saw Williams' accuracy on the move there, Dave. Put it right in the breadbasket to his most sure-handed receiver. Another guy to take a look at here, Dallas Waller lined up top of your screen in your slot. Williams going to call his own number. He's got good yardage inside the 40.
Boy.
He may go inside the 20. It's a foot race.
No
the 10 to the house. Touchdown. Tigers from 45 yards out. Colby Williams, his 14th touchdown run of the season. And Versailles, for the first time tonight, lead 19-18.
Well, there it is, folks. Another long run by Colby Williams.
And Dave, what set that up was the couple of passes to Wyatt Espinosa. You force the defense to stop stacking the box, open up their defense a little bit, and then you get Colby Williams out in space. And if he makes a man or two miss, he's got that breakaway speed we've seen already a couple of times tonight. And like we said, Dave, Versailles for the first time tonight out in front, 19-18.
Wow. What
Now
a play.
to attempt the two-point conversion. Colby Williams out of the shotgun. Dallas Waller in motion. It's going to be an illegal motion, and he's looking in the end zone for Espinosa. Overshoots his man there. It would be a legal shift against the Tigers or illegal procedure, so that penalty will be declined. And with 1:54 left in the first half, Versailles out in front, 19-18 over the Eldon Mustangs. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. And tonight, Dave, it was Eldon out in front early, 18-6, but Versailles have come storming back here over the last quarter of play, and they're out in front for the first time tonight, 19-18. And Dave, we anticipate this being a great game for the entirety of tonight's broadcast. And this score right here, we'll get used to it because I think this one's coming down to the wire.
And basically, you know, how this game pivoted was the Versailles defense actually stopping the Eldon's offense.
Yeah, it was a fourth down incomplete pass from Dawson Brandt. He was looking for Colin Tam. You'll remember Tam filled in for Brandt the last 3 weeks. Brandt back in, giving Tam an opportunity from the wideout position, but that was a play that the conditions definitely affected.
Now,
Dallas Waller set to kick for the Tigers.
Now with the 1:54, is enough time for Eldon to make some noise here.
Well, certainly enough time with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they have any luck. So a short end-over-end kick fielded by, not sure who that is, maybe Nathan Wardenberg, and it is still on his feet, and he's up close to midfield. So with 3 timeouts and at 1:46 to go, Eldon again, outstanding starting field position, Dave.
51 yards to pay dirt. That's all they have to go in 1:46. And like you said, the 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
But, you know, the strength of the Eldon offense isn't passing. It's running the football.
Yeah, and if
but
you're
that doesn't mean they can't.
Right, and if you're Versailles here, just keep everything in front of you. Don't let anyone get behind you, and don't over-pursue, because if they get an outside run to Logan Hall and Versailles is caught napping, you bet Hall has the ability to take it to the house. So 1:46 left, Hall in motion. Brandt fakes the swing pass. He's looking deep downfield, and nice play defensively on the far sideline. Breaking that one up, I believe, was Bryson Reynolds for the Tigers.
Yeah, hard to say. I think he's pretty much covered in mud as well.
Yeah, it was Reynolds who made the play, I believe. It might have even been Dallas Waller. I'm not sure. The mud, it's actually Waller. Yeah, it's hard to see, but he did a nice job defending that one. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now for Eldon. It's going to be Logan Hall, who's forced to cut back inside, which he didn't want to do, and Versailles' defense corrals to the football, and they limit the Eldon ball carrier to just a couple. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8 with 1:25 left.
No timeout so far.
If you're Versailles, do you consider taking one here?
Very good question. I would.
Yeah, I mean, you give your defense a vote of confidence, saying, I think you can stop Eldon, give it back to our offense.
But in reality, you are comfortable going into halftime up 1 point at Eldon and receiving the ball to start the second half.
Yeah,
got to be content with that.
You're absolutely right as we're inside a minute to play here in the first half. Dawson Brandt out of the shotgun. It's going to be a quarterback draw. He trips at the line of scrimmage and taken down there at the 47. And Versailles does burn their second timeout. So with 49 seconds left in the first half, they're hoping to get an Eldon punt. And when you've got Kobe Williams, Wyatt Espinosa, and Dallas Waller, throw in Braden Morrison and Bryson Reynolds, why not give your offense a shot?
And I'll give Coach Brock Silvers, some credit there. He actually was patient and did what he should have done there and waited and to force him in fourth down to take that one of his last timeouts. He's got one remaining. And so now what we're going to have to see is, does Eldon punt? Or he's going to try another Dawson Brandt run? Really don't know. So we are at midfield and less than a minute to go.
Well, if you're Coach Chad Holt and the Eldon Mustangs, I don't see how you can possibly risk giving Versailles the ball at midfield. I say it's a no-brainer. You have to punt the ball, telling your defense, hey, I know you guys can stop them. This way you give an extra 25, 30 yards of field for your defense to work with. Because if you go for it, Dave, and you get stopped here, Versailles has a timeout and Kobe Williams to work with.
Looks like they're going to punt. Yeah, I would have been really surprised if they had elected to go for it.
So Bryson Reynolds back to return for the Tigers. Or is it Wyatt Espinosa? Now we've got Eldon taking a timeout. So with 49 seconds left here in the opening half, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
Because they're going to be muddy.
I hope so.
And we're back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Eldon now back to punt. 49 seconds to go here. Good snap, good kick. Fielded by Espinosa back at his own 12-yard line, and that's why you don't want to go for it, because after the 36-yard punt, no yardage on the fair catch in Versailles. 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line, and I don't know if you try to get too cute here, Dave.
No. You take that 1-point lead in a halftime and start all over fresh beginning of the third quarter.
Don't forget, during tonight's halftime show presented by Kwik Car, we'll be joined by John Kane with Eldon Furniture. Got some cool specials going on right now as Kobe Williams works across the 15, about the 16-yard line. We'll give him 4 yards on first down, Dave. Bring up 2nd down and 6. So 36 seconds to go as Williams made his way out of bounds. .6 to go here. You've got
4 wides.
Yeah, you might see him air it out here. Oh, it's going to be Trotter, and he's going to be hit hard by a couple of Mustangs shy of the 20-yard line. So Versailles looking to play conservative here. And as we thought they might, Dave, going into the break, satisfied with a 1-point lead, knowing they're going to get the football back. Boy, I'll tell you what, this promises to be an exciting second half of football.
Espinosa's got happy feet over here. Watch him going on a streak. And Williams is watching the clock.
Yeah, they're going to take a shot here to Espinosa.
Yeah, they sure did.
And it definitely going to get a pass interference here.
You gotta be kidding.
On the defender. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Trenton Phillips just didn't get turned around. And Wyatt Espinosa did a nice job trying to play the football. Phillips runs through him, and so Versailles going to get an opportunity here to take a shot.
I told you I saw Espinosa. He was up at the line before the puddle had even broken. He had his feet going. He was ready. He knew it was coming.
So one untimed down for the Versailles Tigers, but Dave, it wasn't a spot penalty. It's only a 15-yard penalty, so it's going to be at the 34-yard line, and it'll be one untimed down for Versailles. So barring another Eldon Mustang flag, this will be the final play of the first half. Brock Silver is going to call a timeout and talk it over. So, Dave, looking ahead to the rest of the broadcast, we've got our halftime show presented by Kwik Car. We'll talk with John Kane, owner of Eldon Furniture, here, longtime furniture store here in Eldon, Missouri. And, of course, the second half, it's shaping up to be a heck of a finish.
Oh, yes. This is absolutely what we expected coming into this game. We were even talking about it after last week's game, how excited we were to be here tonight.
One thing I'm really surprised at this point in time is that there have been 0 turnovers so far.
Yeah. Even in the best conditions, we've seen at least a 2-3 a half with each of these teams, not total.
All right, so here we go, the last play of the first half.
In theory.
Yeah, look at Eldon. Prevent defense, they've got 8 guys 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. 3 down linemen for the Mustangs, and Kobe Williams, he's going to run it.
No.
And he is going to be taken down after about an 8-yard run, and that's going to conclude the first half of play. We're going to take a commercial break, folks, before we come back for our halftime show presented by Kwik Car. At the break, it's the Versailles Tigers out in front over the Eldon Mustangs by a score of 19-18. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want OZARK Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. OZARK Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with OZARK Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
If you can dream it, we can build it. OZARK Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, OZARK Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Chances Are Restaurant and Lounge in Lori is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Lori, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back! It's time for the Kwik Car Halftime Show. Here's William and Dave.
Welcome to the halftime show presented by Kwik. I'm William Holtz, joined now by our special guest tonight, owner of Eldon Furniture, John Kane. And John, thanks for being here, my friend.
Hey, we're enjoying it. We got quite a ball game going here.
Oh, we sure do, John. We were talking before we came on that Eldon, struggling a little bit, but they got off to a fast start tonight.
They did, and looked like they were rolling, and then Versailles came back and grabbed the lead, and here we are at halftime, and Versailles is up.
Yeah, 1-point game, and to be honest, I kind of thought that turnovers might be a story of the first half, but no turnovers through the first half. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's just back in my day, it's a typical Eldon and Versailles game, so it's good to see that rivalry's maintained.
A lot of people who are watching may not know, most of you probably do, but Versailles and Eldon just about 15 minutes from each other on Highway 5, and they've kind of coined the phrase the Highway 5 Bowl between these two teams, only 15 minutes apart. And, John, over the last 6 years, it's been all Eldon winning by an average score of 48-8, but you get a feel that this Versailles Tigers team is much improved.
Well, I think Coach Silvers is beginning to develop a program there, and doing a good job, and you can see the results here on the field. But we'll see who prevails at the end. I'm wearing maroon, so
I know who you're rooting for. I got skin in both courts, of course, coming from Eldon and Versailles. But John Kane, owner of Eldon Furniture, he can talk football, but probably what you're best at talking is furniture, and Eldon Furniture been in business for quite a while now.
Well, we're celebrating our 70th year in business here in Eldon this year. Actually, we started in Versailles in 1936, so if you add that in, our family's been in the furniture business for quite a while.
Indeed, and I get to see a lot of cool ads online and on Facebook and on TV, and I'm telling you guys got some really cool specials down at the showroom right now.
Yeah, we're running our fall savings event for the month of October, and that's been well received. We got some good buys going on, and we were fortunate enough to be awarded #1 by the Lake Sun for carpet and flooring. So we're excited. Got a lot of good buys going on and bring the new colors and looks of fall into the home.
Yeah, and of course, Lake of the Ozarks always provides beautiful fall foliage. I don't know if you saw, but USA Today readers and their top 10 list, we're a finalist for the most beautiful fall foliage in the entire country.
Well, I'll vote for that.
Yeah, me too. For those of you just joining us, I've got John Kane, owner of Eldon Furniture here. And so those of you that don't know, tell us where you're located in downtown Eldon. And you must have never been to Eldon if you don't know, but for those just not been here before.
Well, we're located downtown Eldon, right in the heart of downtown. We're close to Citizens Bank to the north and Eldon Drug. And basically, you just come in to Eldon on 54, 52 and turn left at Hardee's, and we're about 3 blocks up the street.
And I love the showroom. One of the most impressive thing is the virtual screens that you can shop and look at any color of any model and any finish on your different pieces of furniture and flooring, and it really is a nice way for you to see what it could look like in your house.
Yeah, it helps you visualize. You select a piece, and you can select the fabrics, and it'll put them on there, and you can visualize them, and even have a room planner so you can draw out your room and move the pieces around, make sure what you're looking at will fit in your room.
And, furniture is always a feel-good buy, in my opinion, because if you're looking to spruce up the house, whether or not just being comfortable, but the look, purchasing new furniture is really a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. And next month, we'll have a Veterans Day promotion, pre-Thanksgiving sale, and, of course, always our Black Friday sale after Thanksgiving, and then roll right into the Christmas holiday season. So we got some good things coming up, and plenty going on right now, but more to come.
Fantastic. And John, now before I let you go, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, like I always do, your better half, your wife, actually was my 7th grade social studies teacher at Eldon Middle School, and I still keep up with her on Facebook, and I know that she always enjoys getting to see us get together every year.
She does. Actually, she's at home watching you on Lake TV as we speak. So.
Well, give a shout out to Brenda Kane. Thank you for being an awesome social studies teacher. And I always tell you, I remember the project we got to do. We brought in a song that meant something to us, and that was one of the coolest projects I remember. Still sticks with me to this day.
Well, she enjoyed teaching, and she enjoys keeping up with all of her former students, and you're certainly one of them. So it's kind words you're saying.
Well, Mr. Kane, I thank you very much for your time and also for your support of live high school football on Lake TV. That's been John Kane with Eldon Furniture. Go by and see some of the awesome deals because they won't last long. John, thanks again, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be back on the post-game show presented by Kwik after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy Furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings event provides special values on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
And welcome back to your Kwik Car halftime show. Now joined again by my partner in crime, Dave Glendenning and Dave Eldon. Boy, they got off to a fast start tonight.
Yeah, they did. But that fast start started to get slowed down by the Versailles Tigers tonight. And look at the scoreboard. They absolutely came back and slowed that team down. And we're in for a treat for the second half. I'll tell you what, folks.
Yeah, and it's been the Kobe Williams show for the Versailles Tigers after falling behind 18-6. Kobe Williams' numbers look like this. He's got 11 carries, 123 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that makes 15 rushing touchdowns on the season. He's still got 2 quarters tonight and an entire week, next week at least, to add to those totals. And this is going to be a good second half, Dave, because we haven't seen any turnovers. Big storyline, field position on special teams and penalties.
Yes, yeah, and, Versailles has an opportunity to actually, turn that around by getting the ball first here in the second half. So, we could play the field position battle, but really we haven't been seeing that a whole lot of that.
Right, yeah, not many punts tonight, just one for each team at this point in time. Now, the cool thing is for Versailles, like you said, they're going to get the football first, and we saw as that second quarter started to dwindle down, Versailles started to throw the football with some efficiency.
Yeah, they sure did, and it's a strength of theirs, but they only throw it when they really absolutely have to. But when they do, it's very effective.
Well, yeah, tonight they've kept it on the ground. I'm telling you what, it's a tall order for any defense to stop a guy like Kobe Williams. You talk about a quarterback, 130 yards and 3 scores in the first half. He's taking up right where he left off a week ago, 200 yards and a couple of scores in that game. Well, he's very well going to have over 200 yards tonight if he keeps it up.
Yeah, we predicted in the pregame, or I did, that he's going to have a couple huge runs. And I'm still waiting for Dawson Brandt to break one off here in the second half as well. But Kobe Williams has stepped up and done what we expected, which is half man, half amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier. But he is a great player, and I'm looking forward to seeing what shakes out in the second half.
Yeah, and although he's had 129 yards on the ground and 3 scores, and some of the early downs, first and second, I have been impressed with what I've seen from the Eldon defense corralling around him and limiting his big gains on the early downs. It's been the run of 41 yards and the run of 48 yards to the house that have really given the Tigers a chance and put them in the lead.
Yeah, it has, and Eldon's just going to have to find a way to, maybe they need a guy on defense just to key in on him. You know, maybe that's what it's going to have to take, because he's always in the play one way or another. If they have a spy on him, let's say, I don't know. The Eldon defense is going to have to do something else here in the second half.
Offensively for Eldon, we were a little surprised to see tonight. They started out of the shotgun throwing a handful of passes, some swing passes out of the backfield to Logan Hall. Yeah, on 3 of their first 5 plays.
Three wide receivers?
Yeah, I mean, the swing pass, though,
Right.
3 out of the 5 first plays, they've tried that, and it was effective.
And they didn't go back to it. They stopped. Versailles' defense didn't prove that they could effectively stop that play, and they completely went away from it, which is surprising, but maybe they will regroup and try it again here in the second half.
First and foremost, though, when we start this second half, Eldon defense going to want to stop this Tiger offense led by Kobe Williams, hopefully get them to punt the football, because if Versailles comes out and scores, it's going to be 3 straight possessions they've scored on. Of course, that last limited possession by Versailles, they didn't score, but their 2 before that they did, and they're going to be looking to get off to a fast start here in the second half.
And one key that I touched on in the first half is that the Versailles defense was playing a lot of ball. They were out there for a lot of snaps. And what I said, the Versailles offense was able to give them some rest, especially going into halftime. So the Versailles defense should be pretty fresh for the second half.
Yeah, and Dave, we came into this one thinking both teams at 4-3. Tri-County Conference matchup promises to be a good one. Well, one half in the books, it's certainly been. It's Versailles 19, Eldon 18.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Welcome back as we are set to start our second half, Dave.
It is, looks like the rain is not here for the start of the second half. The cold is still here, though, Will. It has not left.
No, it's getting colder, and I don't know who's kicking for Eldon. I know that their name is Julian, but he's wearing jersey number 14, and we don't have a Julian or a number 14 on the roster. So the identified Mustang kicking the ball, number 14, and he gets off a good one here as it bounces. Oh, not a good bounce for Versailles. Fielded by Waller, and he is going to be taken down inside his own 20-yard line. Versailles with a long field for their first series. Here they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. So, Dave, here we go.
Yep. Let's see what you got, Versailles.
Colin Tam with a stop for the Stangs.
And you know, this game is going to be taking on a completely different dynamic if Versailles can go up a touchdown.
And Osage tonight playing at the undefeated Blair Oaks. So I take Falcons in that one. California at Southern Boone, and I take Southern Boone in that one. So the top of the conference basically locked up. A lot to be said here in the middle as Kobe Williams on first down, rumbling forward all the way up to the 27.5-yard line. We'll give him 9.5, going to bring up 2nd and short for the Tigers.
That's one of the slower 9-yard gains you'll probably see on a run.
And actually now the near side official overruling the far side official. So first down awarded to the Tigers. One play into the second half for Versailles moving the football. Interesting bunch formation here on the left side.
Very, very.
Kobe Williams takes the snap and nothing doing. He's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, Trent Phillips on the tackle for the Mustangs. So the cutesy little formation didn't do anything.
Well, the idea was they stacked the left side hoping that Kobe Williams can get through that first line of defense, but Trenton Phillips, a nice job identifying the ball carrier, getting through the Versailles front, and making a stop in the backfield. So 2nd and long now for the Tigers with 11:10 left here in the third quarter.
Oh, 4 wide receivers for the Versailles Tigers.
Williams throwing high, and nice catch as Braden Morrison climbs the ladder, grabs it one-handed, brings it down, but a modest gain of a couple. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8, but 3rd down and 8 much more manageable than 3rd down and 11. So nice catch there by Morrison. And with 10:50 Versailles facing a 3rd down, the Eldon defense hoping to get a stop. 4 wide receivers, 3 top of your screen. Espinosa lined up all by himself to the bottom on the move. Good throw to Waller, but he's going to be stopped well shy of the 1st down as that play from the get-go was going to the left side. Eldon gets a stop and probably going to get the ball back as 4th and 5 now for the Mustangs, and maybe 4th and 4, but probably going to be a punt situation.
Yeah, the Eldon defense had that play well covered.
What I don't understand, Dave, is wide open. Bottom of your screen with single coverage was Wyatt Espinosa. They've got Colin Tam, now Xander Strickland going to shadow him.
And this is for it here, Mr. Holtz.
Could be a punt here from Williams. No one back for Eldon. Williams pretty deep in the shotgun.
Yeah.
Williams now looking around. Takes the stop. He's going to run the football up the middle. He's got 1st down yardage across the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. So no answer for Williams do the Mustangs have, and that's a fresh set of downs. 1st down, Tigers.
So are we looking at a team who hasn't beat Eldon in 5 years, potentially taking some chances tonight? Perhaps.
9:50 left in the 3rd quarter. And Versailles 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
What a gutsy call, though, on 4th down in that situation.
Very much so, and I think Coach Silver's letting his quarterback make the call as his
There he
quarterback
goes.
now off to the races again. Will he do it again for the 4th time tonight? This time from 58 yards out. There are no flags on the field. And just like that, the Versailles Tigers go out in front 7 points. And Kobe Williams. Who? Kobe Williams, his 4th touchdown of the night. He's got 16 on the season, Dave, and he is getting closer to that 200-yard mark already. And Versailles out in front now by 7.
And maybe a bit early, but Brock Silvers called the game.
Yeah, on 4th and 4, rolling the dice. Kobe Williams with the 8-yard gain. Follows it up with a long one. Now Versailles trying for 2, and they get it on the legs of guess who? Kobe Williams. And Versailles with 9:27 in the 3rd quarter have a 2-score lead. It's 27-18 Tigers. They've scored 21 unanswered points, and with 9:27 left in the 3rd quarter, you're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
And welcome back to Lake TV's Game of the Week. It's live high school football each Friday night throughout the 2018 season. And Dave, it was 18-6 Eldon early in the 2nd quarter, but Versailles 21 unanswered points, and they've got a 2-score lead and all the momentum in the world.
Wow, and who would have thought that at that particular moment in the game?
Dallas Waller now with a low line kick, fielded at the 15-yard line. A good return here for Eldon. Again, excellent field position. Dallas Hardy with the return for the Mustangs, and Eldon 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And, Dave, we've seen it all night long on good returns from the Eldon special teams unit. They get great starting field position.
Mm-hmm. Yep, as they're accustomed to tonight. The one thing I did want to mention, just before they started the second half, the Versailles team, every single member of their team seemed psyched. They were clapping hands, hooting and hollering. They're ready to get this second half to get going.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this is a moment where you get to see what this Tiger team is all about. Been playing very good football. They've got a big lead on the road in a big, big game. Can they close it out? Parsons with the carry for the Mustangs, and he is taken down after a modest gain of 2 or 3. And, Dave, you called it. There is a hanky on the field.
My guess is offensive hold, which it is. And my other guess is these referees are going to have to do a little bit of laundry with their hankies tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. This field getting dirty, Dave, and as the night carries on, the field conditions worsening, and I think that has to play in Versailles' favor with a 2-score lead, and that holding call really changes things, Dave, because Eldon has not been picking up chunks of yardage in the 8, 9, 10-yard varieties. It's been 3, 4, 5 yards. So on 1st and 20, Eldon going to have to mix it up a little bit here offensively.
Definitely not in their comfort zone.
So Brandt under center now for Eldon. It's going to be Logan Hall, and he's going to be taken down from behind for a loss. In on the stop for the Tigers. Not sure who was the first man there, but the Tigers blow that play up in the backfield. A 2-yard loss going to bring up 2nd down and 22. And number 61, Quinn Randall, the first man there for Brock Silver's squad. And Versailles pushing Eldon back at 2nd and 22.
Wow, looking great.
Dave, this Versailles team has not been above 500 this late in the year since 2010. They are hungry and playing for a lot, and falling is Logan Hall on the swing pass, but that was all started by Colby Boykert. Here at the bottom of your screen playing cornerback. He did a great job avoiding the Eldon receiver who was trying to block, forcing Hall to plant his foot and try to cut back across. That caused the foot to slide, and Eldon continues to move backwards. He loses another half yard. So 3rd and very long here for Coach Chad Holt's team.
And we have seen this season Eldon pick up 3rd and 20 plus on several occasions.
But it's not often they're facing these kind of plays, so it's a play action. He's got his man, and in and out of the hands. It was underthrown by Dawson Brandt. Hall tried to stop and come back. The pass was defended by Colby Boykert on that play, and with 7:36 left in the 3rd, it's 4th and 22 and a sure punt situation here for the Eldon team, looking to give it back to Versailles. And Dave, Versailles a 9-point lead. They should get really good starting field position here.
For once, they pin Eldon back in their own territory.
It's going to be Espinosa back. He's standing at his 45. Dawson Brandt into punt for Eldon. Good snap. He gets away a good short kick. Takes a Versailles bounce and dies inside the 41. And that's where Versailles takes over 1st and 10 at their own 41. But Dave, more importantly, they've got a 9-point lead.
Yes. They should. Maybe they'll open up their offense even more. And, test Eldon's defense a little bit more vertically.
Man, Dave, I'll tell you what, I've been so impressed what I've seen from Coach Silver's team this season. But how about coming to Victor Field and falling behind early 18-6, only to respond with 21 straight points and looking at adding to that as they get the ball back. Kobe Williams gives it to Bryson Reynolds. He's pushed back, and a nice stop by Parsons on the play, or actually Krantz in on the stop as Reynolds has 2, going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Jacob Krantz once again for the Mustangs with a nice stop.
Well, to add what you were saying, I think Brock Silvers has his team, they've definitely bought into what he's doing as a coach of this team. And like I was alluding to earlier, when they come out at beginning of the second half, it was a team all together, excited, ready to come out here and play.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this line for the Tigers, Gage Tessier, Riley Radaman, I mean, they have been impressive. Of course, don't forget about Ryerson, Quinn Ryerson. He was in on the stop a little bit ago, but this Eldon front, both defensively and offensively, you saw it there again as Williams has the 5-yard carry, going to bring up 3rd down and 2, and Versailles in control here with 6:30 left in the third quarter. They've got the ball, and as we've said already a handful of times, that 9-point lead, Eldon's defense hoping to get a stop on 3rd and 2.
It looks like they brought in some extra blockers for this play.
On 3rd and short, Kobe Williams with a 1st down carry for the Tigers as he works it into Eldon territory. 1st and 10, Tigers at the 46-yard line. And the clock continues to tick. If you're Brock Silvers, you know, you're content with this methodical drive. Keep subbing in fresh bodies as you see here. 4 Tigers able to come to the sideline, 4 fresh bodies in for Versailles. And with 6 minutes left, the Tigers have it 1st and 10 at the Eldon 46. The rain holding off, Dave, and we'd be fine if that trend continues.
Yeah, the last time we were here, it was a monsoon.
So on 1st and 10, Williams steps up in the pocket, looking deep for Espinosa. Espinosa comes back and makes an outstanding grab over a would-be defender, and Eldon has it inside the 10-yard line. Wow, 36 yards, and actually Dallas Waller with the catch. I thought it was Espinosa, but it's Williams' second favorite target. Dallas Waller with his 27th catch of the year. This one for 36 yards. And Versailles has it inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Your Case IH red zone alert has Versailles with it 1st and goal from the 10. Williams giving his receiver a chance to make a play, and Waller did just that. And oh, baby. Nice little job, and look at this play. The Versailles Tigers, Johnny on the spot. Michael Trotter was blown up in the backfield, but he pitched it back to Williams, who runs it from the 17-yard line to the house, and Kobe Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown of the night and the most creative one we've seen yet.
I'll tell you what, Will, this team is doing some special things out there.
I mean, that's just outstanding football IQ from Michael Trotter. And here you see it again as Trotter gets waylaid, but smart enough to throw it back to Williams, who does the rest for Versailles on the 2-point attempt. It's no good, but with 5:15 left in the third quarter, Versailles with 27 straight points, opening up the biggest lead of the night. They're out in front 33-18 over the hometown Eldon Mustangs on senior night. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what has been 2 quarters owned by the Versailles Tigers with 5:15 left. Versailles up 15 as Waller with a little squib kick, fielded wisely by a Mustang who falls on it. And that is number 9 for Eldon, Gavin Calwalader. the freshman who makes the play, and Eldon 1st and 10 at their own 35. And Dave, needless to say, Eldon's offense, they've got to get going here.
Yes. They really struggled here in the second half. I mean, limited opportunities, but they're in their somewhat normal, good field position.
Yeah, they have it at the 36, which is, one of the worst field positions we've seen tonight. It's going to be interesting to see if this is on the Tigers or Eldon jump first. We had movement from both sides of the ball, and it's against the Mustangs. Go figure. Been that kind of night for Coach Chad Holt's team.
Yeah.
As we said, they got off to a roaring start of 18-6, but since then, Dave, it's been all Versailles. They've scored 27 unanswered points, and they are looking absolutely unstoppable right now.
I definitely can't say that I'm surprised at all by this.
No, I mean, Versailles came in fired up, playing good, and they've got control of this one now as Brandt trying to get outside, but nothing doing. Versailles there once again, and he's thrown down after a modest gain. We're going to give him 1 yard, Dave. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 14, and that's crucial for Versailles. They've got the 2-score lead, and when Eldon gets into 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and long situations, you can't let him get that yardage back, and Versailles all over Dawson Brandt, who's yet to get going tonight.
Well, I noticed on that last run by Brandt, he was hindered by the conditions on the field.
You see how muddy it is where Eldon has it right now at their own 33-yard line. They give to Parsons, who's got some good yardage, and he's across the 40 and makes his way up to about the 42-yard line. He's got 9 yards, going to bring up 3rd down and 4, and that's a good gain on 2nd and long.
So, yeah, 3rd and manageable, about 4.5, I'd say.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs.
And the Eldon's offense has been out of sync.
All right, so 3rd and 4 now. Brandt gives it to Parsons, who's got a Mustang 1st down as he takes it inside Versailles territory down to the 49-yard line. We're going to give him 9 yards, and more importantly, an Eldon 1st down. And Dave, if Eldon can find a way to score here, no reason to panic. It's only a 2-score game with well over a quarter to play. Eldon been here before. They know how to win ball games. So if they can score here on this drive,
They just need to keep their composure. Don't make any stupid mistakes. And they absolutely have a shot at this.
more importantly, can they stop the Versailles offense? And
wow, now the Versailles defense is starting to make some big plays.
That's going to be a loss of 1.
Not a good combination if you're an Eldon Mustang fan.
Logan Hall with the carry. First man there, Wyatt Espinosa, his 7th tackle of the night already. And this Versailles team is tough right now. Quinn Randall also in on the stop. And Dave, if they can win tonight, Versailles would be winners of 3 of their last 4 games, and they finished the season with Hallsville next week in Versailles. So this team has an opportunity to finish 6-3 if they can finish this one and win next week. Here's Isaiah Parsons now with a big-time gainer. He's got 12 yards down to the Versailles 38-yard line, and another Eldon first down. So with 2:51 now, Eldon's offense starting to get a little rhythm going.
As you know, now or never. They've got to get something going.
If you're Eldon, this game right here is a must-win. You're at 2-3 in the conference. You have to play next week at Osage. If you lose tonight, you have no chance at hosting a first-week playoff game during Week 10 of the season. So they know what's at stake, and they need to get rolling, and they are here as Parsons thrown backwards on a first down carry. And, you know, that's going to be huge the rest of the way, like we talked about on those first and second downs for Versailles' defense. Can't let this Eldon offense get going and start picking up those big yardage and chunks. And so far, I've really been impressed what I've seen from Versailles defensively.
Yeah, they each time we've watched them this year, it seems like they just improve every single game, with Trotter leading the way. And we actually haven't been mentioning Trotter as much. There's other players who have been picking up the slack tonight.
Yeah, and Trotter draws a lot of attention. So even when, you know, he draws 2 and 3 offensive players, it does allow someone else to make a play. As Logan Hall, the carry for the Mustangs, here he goes inside the 25, down inside the 20, finally taken down at the 19-yard line after a 19-yard gain, and Logan Hall starting to get things going as Eldon has it inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Your Case IH red zone alert has the Eldon Mustangs 1st and 10 at the Versailles 17-yard line with 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. So Eldon, a nice responding drive here after Versailles took control of this one as Parsons with the first down carry, and he's going to be taken down, but not easily, as he stays on his feet as he works it out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen another team in the Tri-County go, oh, we got a crawdad on the field.
Either a crawdad or some kind of...
I think there's going to need to be a personal foul called on the crawdad, crawfish, however you want to call it.
Is that a crab? Is that an alien scorpion?
That is a miniature lobster.
Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, there's Mustangs too, and now maybe even a lobster. That's interesting. Back to football now, 2nd and 6 for Eldon. Run up the middle for Parsons. He's got a couple yards, going to bring up 3rd down now. Nice job by Ricky Smith, Lake TV field cameraman, of course.
Yeah, great job of not paying attention to anything except stuff laying on the ground, man. We keyed.
So 3rd and 3 now for the Mustangs, Dave, and this is a big-time 3rd down here.
Well, this is Eldon's comfort zone, Will. You know, down in the red zone. They're used to converting every time.
Play action, Brandt rolling out to the right side, and he's going to be stopped shy after a modest gain on the far sideline.
So close, but so far.
Not sure who was there for the Tigers or who the first man there. I know Dallas Waller was in on the stop, and also Wyatt Espinosa. So the two Versailles cornerbacks tag team to make the stop, and it's going to be 4th down and 2. And needless to say, Dave, this is a must convert for Eldon. 4th and 2, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. They've got it at the Versailles 8. It's going to be Parsons inside the 5 for an Eldon first down, and that'll set him up with a 1st and goal to go situation at the 3. And with 22 seconds left in the third quarter, we could have seen our last play of tonight's third quarter.
And again, like I said, this Eldon really does such a good job in the red zone. It's almost automatic that they get touchdowns down here, just the way their offense is built.
Quick snap now. It's Parsons from the fullback position to the end zone with 9 seconds to go. Eldon pulls it to a 9-point game, and they're an extra point away from making it a 1-score game. And Parsons, his 3rd touchdown of the night, his 11th of the 2018 campaign. So Isaiah Parsons doing everything he can to carry this Eldon Mustangs team on his back. He's got 3 touchdowns tonight versus 5 for the Versailles Tigers starting quarterback Kobe Williams. So 2-point conversion would make it a 7-point game. An extra point would make it an 8-point game. Eldon elects to go for 2. It's the quick snap, and it's going to be stopped in the backfield. Michael Trotter trips up Isaiah Parsons, and Versailles clings to a 9-point advantage, which, Dave, more importantly means it's a 2-score game with 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Folks, you're listening and watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
For tough jobs, you need even tougher equipment. Focus your energy where it's needed most with Kubota Construction. And the Kubota Skid Loader SVL95 can help you do just that. Powerful and versatile extensions allow you to alternate tasks without leaving the cab. Easily maneuver through tight spaces to get the job done. Keep moving with Kubota at Crown Power, serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
And we are back on Lake TV for tonight's high school football game of the week. And Dave, I can't express how big that two-point conversion stop was. A great tackle by Michael Trotter because it keeps it a two-score ball game as fielded at the 20 by the Tigers. And Dallas Waller works all the way up to the 40-yard line. And again, Versailles this time gets excellent starting field position with 3.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Versailles the 9-point lead and the ball.
Yeah, that's pretty understated. That was a crucial two-point conversion try, and getting that would have made this game just a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it would have made it a 7-point game. I'm really surprised that Eldon didn't go with the extra point because I know your kicking game hasn't been incredibly strong. But if you get it, it's an 8-point game, and you still cling to that one-score game.
Correct.
Keeping hope alive even longer.
But, you know, they're so strong, you know, in goal-to-go situations down there. That's probably what they were thinking.
Trotter with the carry, a nice hole up front. Trotter's going to take the final play of tonight's third quarter for 3 yards up to the 43. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Versailles out in front over the Eldon Mustangs by a score of 33-24. But folks, we've got an entire quarter to play. When we return, it's Versailles facing 2nd and 7 at their own 43-yard line. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings event provides special values on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
And welcome back to Lake TV's high school football game of the week. We thank you for tuning in and joining us on a cold and damp night from Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri. For those of you watching on the Facebook stream and also tuning in on Como Connect Channel 90, folks. Excited to be with you. Thanks to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. And Dave, 1 quarter to go. Versailles a 9-point lead and the ball 2nd and 7 at their own 43-yard line.
And I would like to wish everyone at home watching, hopefully they're all cozy and have a nice beverage in hand watching this awesome high school football game.
Yeah, hopefully some hot chocolate or coffee. For those of you listening, who'd like to bring us up some hot chocolate or coffee.
Yeah.
So Williams just a 2-yard gain on 2nd down. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now as Versailles has it near midfield at their own 35-yard line. Looks like there is a Mustang shaken up on the play. That's number 57, Caden Dillon, the senior linebacker. He's going to be shaken up. And
I think he just said it's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound.
So
nope, nothing to see here, folks.
Where's that Scott Johnson?
No, it was Caden Dillon.
Okay, so it was 57.
Caden Dillon with the flesh wound.
A flesh wound. Dave Glendenning, always sure to impress during Lake TV's Game of the Week in our 2nd year together in the booth. We're starting to get comfortable here, aren't we?
Well, 2 years, and I finally had to pull out a Monty Python's line, so it was overdue.
Williams now looking for Espinosa in midfield, and he's got very close to a 1st down yardage. I don't like the spot here, Dave. He caught it up at the 49 and then fell back. They are going to give him 1st down. So Wyatt Espinosa with a big-time route and catch on 3rd down, and once again an absolute strike out of the left hand of one Kobe Williams.
And that's going to make a one Will Holtz very happy to see that connection to Espinosa.
Yeah, I always love when you get two kids who have that chemistry together. Of course, we've seen it from Espinosa and Williams throughout the season. So on 1st and 10 now, there's 10:55 left in the game as Versailles has it at midfield. It's Williams, and here he goes again, inside the 40. He will go this time from 50 yards out. His 6th rushing touchdown of the game in Tri-County Conference. If you haven't taken note yet, you have a specimen of an athlete in one Kobe Williams, and kudos to the Versailles front as they opened up a big hole, and Kobe Williams does the rest, this time to the tune of 50 yards in his 6th rushing touchdown of the night, 18th of the season, and Versailles back out in front by 15 points with 10:45 left. And Dave, now the storyline of the game is not only can Eldon keep up with this Versailles offense, but can their defense get a stop and give them a chance to get back in this game?
No. Kobe Williams is an elite running back, or runner, should I say, at the high school level.
Here's Williams now on the two-point attempt, looking for, guess who? Espinosa delivers a strike as he took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
So this time you get to see a different side of Kobe Williams' game, showing his poise under pressure in the pocket. So after the two-point conversion, Versailles out in front by 3 scores. Their biggest lead of the night, now 17 points with 10:45 left, 41-24 Versailles. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, just after a 50-yard touchdown run from Kobe Williams, his 6th of the night. He's now over 200 yards rushing. I don't have an official number, but he's got to be getting close to some records as the kick fielded at the 35-yard line, where Eldon takes over. This time Nathan Wardenberg very wisely falls on that, but Eldon down 3 scores, and they're not showing their defense has an answer for Kobe Williams.
Definitely not. And it's going to sound kind of funny, but I think that 50-yard touchdown run was one of his shorter runs other than his second touchdown run by the goal line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dave, you can't say enough. We talked about it. You know, we saw him last week in Versailles really open things up on the ground. 200 yards, 2 scores. Tonight, 6 rushing touchdowns. It's absolutely unreal. As the quarterback option, Brandt, no choice but to keep it. He's bottled up as Dallas Waller and Michael Trotter in on the stop for the Tigers.
And basically, to recap the game, I mean, Eldon seemingly had this game under control after the first 2 possessions, and then the script got flipped and Versailles has just taken over since then.
All right, now the hand to Logan Hall. He's got some good yardage. He's got an Eldon first down, just shy of the 50 up to the 48. He's got 12 yards and a first down. Still a lot of football left with 10-12 and a very capable Eldon offense.
And Kobe Williams on the tackle there. He's not just throwing touchdowns or running for touchdowns. He's also making key tackles.
So 1st and 10 now. The give to Parsons. He lowers his head and offers a booming hit to Trotter, first guy there. Also in on the stop, Braden Morrison and Wyatt Espinosa. But that's a gain of 3. I do want to give a shout out to our #1 fan each week viewing on Facebook Live. One of my favorite humans on the face of the planet, one Stacy Jones, says the picture and sound is crystal clear through Facebook. So Mama Jones, thanks for watching. The 2nd down give to Hall now, and ooh, nice hit on the play, this time for Versailles with the hit. I think it was Ryan Chamberlain, or actually number 65, Gage Tessier, with the stop. So 3rd and short now for the Mustangs, and the officials have a timeout to dry the football, just trying to keep things clear. And Brock Silvers is talking here with the near side official, Dave, but that's going to call for a measurement, as Hall was very close to an Eldon first down. But we're going to have to see Eldon pick something up here pretty big.
Yeah, Will, you've got some fans out there.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Jeff and Melinda Leahy as well, the actual mother and father of Stacy Jones. He's the 64-year-old hockey player, and his cooking wife. I'll tell you what, if you want some home cooking that'll cheer you up, always at the Leahy household. Melinda and Jeff, doesn't matter what time of night you show up. This is an open invitation to all of our viewers. If you want a little TLC and home cooking, Jeff and Melinda Leahy is the stop. Dave, we know where we're going after tonight's game.
Sure.
All right, Jeff and Melinda, get ready. The entire Lake TV crew and all of our viewers, we're on our way.
Awesome.
I tell you what, at 64 years old, that man twice a week still gets up there, laces him up, and plays ice hockey in Jeff City and even sometimes the lake here at Old Kinderhook. It's impressive. So 3rd and short now, 9:36 left in the game. Brand under center. He's going to find his man. It's Logan Hall with the carry, and he is very close to it. Eldon first down. We'll wait for the ruling. I think he stopped shy. They're going to call for another measurement, but Dave, I think what they might find here as they measure, he may have even lost a little yardage because the line of scrimmage was the 42. He needed to get inside the 42, and that one looks like it's back closer to the 43. We're going to have a good look at it here. Let's wait for the measurement. And
that's close.
He has the first down.
By the nose.
Just barely. Logan Hall has the first down carry, and Eldon has a fresh set of downs. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Versailles 42-yard line with 9:26 remaining. But, Dave, the clock becoming an issue for Coach Chad Holt and the Mustang squad because they need 3 scores without allowing Versailles to score again and just 9 minutes to work with.
Ooh.
The problem is, Dave, once Versailles gets the ball, seemingly every time Kobe Williams able to break off a long run. So 1st and 10 now. Brandt's going to have to throw. Pump fake, looking deep. He's got Tam, who's open, and Tam unable to haul it in and out of the hands of Colin Tam. And he had an opportunity to pull that one in, and it went right through his hands. So a missed opportunity for the Mustangs and a really nice throw from Brandt.
Saying? You know it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was there. Just could not come up for it.
Give a couple more shout-outs. Norma Silkwood's watching from Kansas City. Carla Winger's watching. Carolyn Allen, good friend of ours, watching as well. Cammie Ballou watching in Versailles as Parsons gets the 2nd down carry. We've got a flag. Parsons still on his feet. He's inside the 30 down to the 26, but this one's probably going to be coming back. And we've got some unfortunate news from the Versailles Tigers sideline. Big-time playmaker Bryson Reynolds, officially a broken hand, so he's unlikely to return to this ball game, but also important on the field, it's going to go against the Mustangs for a hold, so Eldon going to get backed up with a 2nd and long now.
We still haven't given a shout-out to one of our most adamant viewers.
Yeah, one of our favorite viewers, John Glendenning, and probably our #1 Burger Smokehouse customer. He's enjoying our Barbecue Bros cooking show we've got going, Dave. Of course, set for November 13th. We've got a special Thanksgiving edition on the Lake TV Facebook page, so make sure you tune into that on 2nd and long. And it's going to be a loss on the play as Walker looking to get something going. Or Logan Hall, rather, and Trotter in the backfield for a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 23 now for Eldon.
And as we're speaking of John Glendenning, I am wearing his Hot Chili's long underwear tonight. He asked me pregame if I was going to wear them. I believe these particular long underwear have actually been up a couple mountaintops.
So on 3rd and 22, nothing doing for Isaiah Parsons. He goes for a 1-yard loss, and actually it's a fumble recovered on the play by Versailles, number 64, Trent Owsley, the senior. And Versailles with a 17-point lead get their first takeaway of the game with 8:13 left.
Wow, pivotal. And we're surprised that hasn't been going on all game.
Couple more shout-outs, Dave. Well, we got a chance. I said Carolyn Allen, also Kim Matthews, our very own Ross Reinhardt on active duty with the National Guard. Thank you for your service, Ross. Missing you this week, but your boys doing an awesome job. So now on 1st and 10, Kobe Williams out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, he gives it to Trotter. Positive yardage on first down. He's down to the 41. We'll give him 3.
And Trotter just executed a somersault, rolled into that run.
Also giving a shout out to Abby Clark watching, our friend from Clark's Tire. Callie Whitney watching, Larry Evans, David White, Mary Clark, and again, Cammie Ballou all watching
Indiana.
on the Facebook stream. So 2nd and 7 now, Versailles with a 3-score lead and the game with 7:40 left. Dave and Versailles on their way to their first win in Eldon since, well, I'm not going to tell you because we've got a trivia question. Yeah, but who was paying attention? So on 2nd and 7, Isaiah Parsons in the backfield to stop Trotter
I was
for a
paying
loss.
attention for once, Will.
So that leads me to our Lake TV touchdown ticket trivia question presented by Big Surf Water Park. And tonight's trivia question is, when's the last time Versailles won a game here in Eldon? If you have the correct answer, just shoot us a message on Facebook. Monday morning, we'll take all the correct answers. We'll random into a drawing, and the winner will receive 4 one-day surfer passes to Big Surf for the 2019 season, and that is a $160 value. So here's Williams now on 3rd and 8. He's going to get about 5, maybe 6, as he works it down to about the 38-yard line, and with 6:37 left here in the third quarter. 4th and short, I think Versailles probably goes. Jacob Krantz with the stop, and they're going to call it 4th and 4. Don't be surprised if Kobe Williams calls his own number looking for touchdown number 7. There's 6:20 left in the game. Members of the 1,136th MP Company, they're watching from Fort Leonard Wood. Ross Reinhardt with the National Guard reporting on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and more importantly, thanks for your service. So Versailles now gonna call a timeout. No, it's gonna be a delay of game against Versailles, so a 5-yard penalty. Not exactly what Coach Silvers wanted to see. Also want to give a shout out to Margie watching, Nolan Selsley, Dodge Anderson, Megan Vansel, all watching, and Dodge Anderson seems to know. Of course, he was part of that Versailles team that won last time.
Well, Margie has a son playing this evening. He's one of the several members of the incredible junior class that Versailles has here on this football team.
Yeah, Riley Radaman, we call his name every time throughout the broadcast we have these Versailles Tigers. Margie, thanks for tuning in. I'm sure she loves what she sees from her Tiger team. No one back for Eldon, Dave. Could be a punt situation. Williams going to call his own number, trying to get the first down. Still on his feet. He's got it. He's swung forward inside the 35. Needed 9. I think he got just enough. We'll wait for the official spot. But I think Kobe Williams on second effort has a Tiger first down. They're going to call for a measurement. But, Dave, that young man just keeps the legs churning. And I think this time they're going to give him a first down.
I'm telling you, this team this year, there's something special about it. And I think they could make some noise definitely come district time.
Oh, and it's a stop. It's the Eldon defense clinging to a chance to stay in the game. They get the defensive stop on 4th and 9. They stop Kobe Williams just about 3 inches short for a first down, and we've now got Anthony Clark from Versailles tuning in. So a lot of viewers tonight from around the area. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, big shout out to all of our sponsors tonight. You've got Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla picks, and ladies and gentlemen, a one-handed diving interception by Colby Boykert, and Versailles their second takeaway of the game. What an interception. It was a screenplay setup from Eldon. It was an errant throw from Dawson Brandt, deflected into the air. Colby Boykert, a very athletic play, diving, one hand pulls it in, and that one should do it, folks. With 5:48, Versailles gets the football back, a fresh set of downs, and as we've said, more importantly, Dave, a 17-point lead.
Yes, very big. But still got 5:48 to go.
And Kobe Williams wants to add to that touchdown total. He's already got 6. Michael Trotter with the carry, with a full head of steam, still on his feet. He's inside the 20, all the way down to the 15. Michael Trotter with a gain of 22, and that puts the Versailles Tigers inside the Crown Power and Equipment Red Zone. Your Case IH Red Zone alert has the Versailles Tigers with a 1st and 10 at the Eldon 14-yard line.
Oh, Trotter was just trotting right up the middle there on that play, wasn't he?
An impressive run, and Dave, Versailles has the makes of a team that could make some noise deep into the district playoffs. With tonight's win, they could host the first 2 weeks in Versailles, and of course, we should have the Versailles Tigers opening this season on district playoffs as Trotter gets the carry on first down. He's got 1, maybe 2, down to about the 13-yard line. But Dave, that's going to mean that week 10 of the high school football season, we will be at the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri, for Versailles Tigers playoff football on Lake TV. And boy, in 6 years of doing live high school football on Lake TV, we have never had a district playoff game at Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex. So things have changed drastically for the Versailles Tigers, and we'll be excited to take them as far as they go into this year's district playoffs as the Tigers burn their first timeout of the second half with 4:39 left in tonight's ball game. It's the Versailles Tigers in control. This one up 41-24 over the Eldon Mustangs. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want OZARK Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. OZARK Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with OZARK Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Versailles now has it 2nd and 9. Kobe Williams to the house, Dave. I'm calling it.
No.
Well, he gets the carry on second down. He has about 3 or 4.
Kobe Williams to the driveway. He's not yet to the house.
Number 10, Kobe Williams
Getting closer.
carrying the ball.
He has about 3 or 4 on second down. That's going to bring up
Sam Kopic on the stop.
3rd down, about 5. One thing we haven't seen from Williams yet tonight, we've seen it on defense. We've seen him with a very nice punt earlier in the game, and of course rushing the football. I don't have official numbers yet. We'll check those during our next commercial. I know he's got 6 touchdowns on the ground, but he's yet to throw one. 3rd and 5
you daring
now.
him to throw a touchdown now?
He's
quite capable of doing it. Oh, here you go. Ooh.
Scrambles. He's going to throw, and nice job. Extending the play, went to give his receiver an opportunity. He was looking on the play for Caden McGinnis. The junior falls incomplete. So on 4th and 5, does Versailles bring out Matthew Lohr and attempt to make it a 20-point game? And actually Lohr way down here towards the end of the sideline. Actually a flag. It might have been an illegal forward pass from Williams.
Now it's an eligible man downfield for the Tigers.
Which makes sense, and now I heard it from up here. Brock Silver's going to call out as you get a look at our crew here, the broadcast team. I'm Wild Will next to Big Dave, of course, Little Bear here, Adrian and Zach Reinhart. Ricky Crawfish Smith. Now, he got that nickname because of what you're about to see on your screen now. There's an actual crawfish we found here at Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri, so Ricky gets that nickname. Of course, Brennan Thompson from the top camera angle, and of course our executive producer, head of production running the switching in the truck, Andrew Evans, joined by our good man, Bill Conson, helping switch tonight. So on 3rd and 10, Michael Trotter going to be upended and taken down after a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th and 7 now as Versailles has it at the 12-yard line with 3:38 left.
And I am certain that Ricky's going to find a good home for that crawfish.
Something tells me Jonah is trying to text his mom right now. I see him on his phone. Mom, can I bring home this crawfish, please?
And you know what Mom's saying? Okay, I'll get the pot boiling of water.
So also Darren Royd Smith, the student resource officer in Versailles, longtime friend of mine watching. Lucas Danner watching. And actually Dallas Waller going to get the attempt. Bad snap, picked up now, and swung to the turf. Nice play by number 67 for the Mustangs. Scott Johnson with the stop. So Eldon takes over with 3:03 left. They've got it at their own 20. They're down 17 points, Dave, and Eldon, they're going to fall to 4-4 on the season. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games, and we'll have them next week in our Lake TV Game of the Week as they play what should be a good one. It's always a good one when the Osage Indians and Eldon Mustangs get together.
Well, not only that, the Mustangs are going to fall to 2-4 in conference play. Wow.
Southern Boone improves to 4-2. Versailles improves to 4-2. Booneville improves to 5-1, and Blair Oaks at 6-0. So those top 4 seeds are basically locked up. We know those teams have home field advantage. So now for Eldon, Hallsville, Osage, and California, California is going to seemingly get the 8 seed, so they're going to have to play Blair Oaks in the opening round of the district playoffs, or the conference playoffs. But we'll keep an eye on it this week and keep you guys posted during our broadcast next week. But Dave, the Versailles Tigers are going to improve to 5-3, and they've got a date with the Hallsville Indians next week from Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri, and Versailles shocking the Tri-County Conference world. And tonight, Colby Williams did it again. He's going to have 6 touchdowns, and we have a flag on the field as Isaiah Parsons with a first down run for the for the Mustangs on 3rd down. With 2:06 left in the game, folks, of course, don't go anywhere following tonight's conclusion of the game. We've got your Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show. We'll talk with Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. We'll try to chat with star of tonight's game.
Well, who's that going to be?
Well, I got a hint for you. Rhymes with Schmoby Tilliams. But I'll tell you what, I know what Colby's going to say when we talk with him in tonight's post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing. He's going to give the credit to his offensive linemen. And Dave, they were incredibly impressive because this Eldon line is no pushover.
No, not at all.
So 3rd and 13 now. The give to Logan Hall, who's across the 20, lowers his head and makes his way up to about the 28-yard line. He's got about 11. That's going to bring up 4th down and 1, maybe 2. Eldon probably going to go for it here, but Dave, we said it, Versailles. They fell behind early, 18-6. Since that point, they outscore Eldon 35-6, and they're going to be victorious tonight.
Parsons carrying the ball. First down, Mustangs!
First down, Mustangs.
Also, like to give a shout out to Justin Farron, watching from Versailles. He's also with the Versailles Police Department, or Morgan County Police Department, I should say. Longtime friend of mine and longtime youth pastor at First Assembly of God in Versailles. That guy's a great guy, very good mentor on lots of people in the Versailles area. Here on 1st and 10, Dawson Brandt with a nice run across the 40, works his way across midfield down to the Versailles 49. So we're going to give him 19 yards and a Mustang first down.
So someone mentioned They're glad that they're not going to be rushing the jerseys after tonight's game because of all this mud.
Yeah, I would imagine that that will be a topic of priority is getting the uniforms cleaned up. Isaiah Parsons still running hard inside the Versailles 45, taken down by Dallas Waller. And Dave, Dallas Waller, another young man for Versailles, only a junior playing his first year of varsity football, part of that ever so special junior class for the Tigers. He's going to return next year with Braden Morrison, Dallas Waller, Kobe Williams, Buckingham, Bryson Reynolds, Peyton LaFoy, Matthew Lohr, Kendall Cant, Jordan King, Ryan Chamberlain, Quinn Randall, Riley Radaman, Caden McGinnis, all back next year from that junior class. And although we're looking ahead to next year, if you're the Versailles Tigers, this year is far from over. They're sitting 5-3, an opportunity to run the table. If they could beat Hallsville next week and prove to 6-3, and regardless, they're hosting a district playoff game for the first time since 2010, Dave. And I mean, it's just got to feel good for Brock Silvers, for activities director Kyle Middleton, for Versailles principal Chris Marshall, longtime activities director, just for everybody who's been through these down years for the Versailles Tigers.
You, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been with Coach Silvers since he took the job. He's in his 6th season, and the wins and losses haven't been there for Brock Silvers. But the foundation building has been, and for Versailles, you get to see the fruit of those years putting in the work. Logan Hall now on 2nd down, going to have an Eldon first down, and he's swung down by a Tiger defender. I'll tell you what. Another stop by Michael Trotter. He's all over the place.
Yeah, Trotter's just rolling along out there.
So first down as we're inside a minute to play, Dave. Like I said, folks, don't go anywhere. Following the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we've got the Above and Beyond post-game show. We'll talk with head coach Brock Silvers of the victorious Versailles Tigers, and we're going to try to bring on player of the game tonight, presented by the WH Media Group, Kobe Williams.
Oh, isn't this back-to-back?
Kobe Williams.
Back-to-back player of the game.
And Dave, we really started to talk about him after week 5, about, he was really turning some heads. And after tonight's 6-touchdown performance against a Eldon Mustang defense that does not get exploited like that very often, he is going to really be turning some heads this week as we get ready for the final week of the 2018 regular season. And, I mean, I haven't gotten to see Boonville play. I haven't gotten to see Blair Oaks play. But in my guesstimation, Kobe Williams is the player of the year in the Tri-County Conference.
Yes, as far as our experiences are, there's no doubt about it. He's the most exciting player, definitely the most talented runner that we've seen this season by a long shot. When he gets the ball and he gets in space, no one has caught him this year.
You're right, Davis. Brant now on 2nd down, still fighting. He makes his way inside the Versailles 15, so now inside the Crown Power and Equipment Red Zone. Your Case IH Red Zone alert has Eldon with a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 14-yard line, but just 24 seconds remaining.
So Kobe Williams, he runs about as fast as you do around the baseball field, Will. Especially your sliding ability.
Yeah, Parsons now with the carry, taken down on the play by Riley Radaman once again for the Tigers.
The junior.
Yeah, and you got to love what you're seeing from this Versailles Tigers team. And Dave, it makes me excited looking ahead for basketball season this year. Also a shout out to Teresa Sylvie watching from Florida. Cami Blue again in there, and got to give a shout out to my girl Renee on there tuning in from Columbia.
And well wishes coming your way, Teresa. If you or any of your family know anyone affected by the hurricane, you are in our thoughts and prayers.
Well said, Dave. And weather getting dangerous, and I mean it's affected the climate across the whole country. I mean, it's changing everywhere. We saw the cold front move in. I mean, it was wild this week. I had my heat and my air conditioning on 2 different instances. That is Missouri weather in a nutshell.
In the same day?
No, maybe not in the same day, but in the same week. So 18 ticks left on the clock. 24-41 Versailles in front. Dawson Brandt takes the snap of play action. He's going to throw over, shoots his man, and that one's intercepted. And just sliding to the turf, Dallas Wieght Espinosa with the pick, and that is the nail in their coffin, the Versailles Tigers. Winners tonight, that's their 5th win of the season with 10 seconds left. I'll tell you what, Versailles Tigers, it was their night. They fell behind 18-6, and since that point, Dave, they outscored the Eldon Mustangs 35-6 as Kobe Williams finishes the night with 6 rushing touchdowns, over 250 yards on the ground. That means over the last 2 weeks, 450 yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. Absolutely incredible stat line. And like he's going to tell you during our Above and Beyond post-game show, his offensive line is to thank. So that's going to do it from Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri for tonight's game. Versailles beating the hometown Eldon Mustangs 41-24. I'm William Holtz along with Dave Glendenning. We'll be back on Lake TV with the post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
William Holtz back here on the Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show, now joined by Versailles defensive coordinator Aaron Allen. And Coach Allen, I'll tell you what, let's start with your defense tonight. You really did a nice job controlling Dawson Brandt and the Eldon Mustangs.
Yes, sir. We got ourselves in a big deficit in the first half, and our guys are just trying to figure that out, and the footing was a little bit rough. We don't play on a whole lot of grass, and they responded very well. We knew that was going to be the guy that we had to key off of all week, and we had to stop that, and our guys did a great job. It was a great team effort.
Coach, talk about your leader on defense, and Michael Trotter plays big every week, and I know he has a ton of help, but he seemed to be all over the field tonight.
He's a guy that's got a motor, and he doesn't stop, and I know that if I blitz him, I know that if I run him, he's going to give it everything he has, and he really is truly our leader. He's just a great kid, and he works his tail off, and he leads that defensive group, no doubt.
So you guys winners of 3 of the last 4, and you guys just seem to be catching your stride at the right time. Of course, Hallsville next week, but you guys have locked up home field advantage for the first week of the playoffs. Yep. What does that mean to this Versailles Tigers program?
It's huge. I know that our town hasn't seen that in a while, and that's been our big push to our kids is, yeah, this game is important. The conference championship's done and over with, but if you want to be able to host in front of your home crowd, which you haven't been able to do in a long time, now our goal is 2 home games. That's our next goal, and we got to get that, and the only way we can control that is just win.
Absolutely. Coach, hey, man, congratulations. As a Versailles graduate and as a Tiger at heart, man, love what your staff has been able to do, turning things around. Congratulations. Let's keep it growing.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Versailles defensive coordinator Aaron Allen filling in for head coach Brock Silvers. We'll be back on the postgame show with our player of the game, Kobe Williams, after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings event provides special values on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
Welcome back to the Above and Beyond Roofing postgame show here on Lake TV. And now the man of the hour, Kobe Williams. We thought you did it all last week. Tonight, 260 yards and 6 touchdowns. How'd you do it?
The line, obviously, just like last week. They make the holes, do what they're supposed to, and let me run.
I'll tell you what, the field conditions tonight, you guys are used to playing on turf. It was muddy, it was wet, but didn't seem to have any problem getting your footing.
No, before the game, Coach told us that it was going to be a muddy mess, and we have to don't make like long cuts like we're used to on the turf, so it ended up working out.
Kobe, you guys have been underdogs for a lot of your varsity career. I know you guys have a lot of underclassmen. You guys fell behind early, 18-6, but talk about the way your team responded.
We just said move on from it. Stuff happens, and you just got to move on, and we kept on playing, and it ended up working out.
Kobe Williams, tonight's player of the game, 260 yards, 6 touchdowns, and his Versailles Tigers are rolling. I'd say I'm your number one fan, but I don't think your mom would let me, man. Hey, congrats. Keep it rolling, man. We're going to follow you guys as far as you're willing to take us in the playoffs.
Thank you.
That's Kobe Williams, the most exciting player in the Tri-County Conference, 265 yards tonight, 6 touchdowns. Is there any answer for him? I'm not quite sure. We'll be back with the rest of tonight's postgame show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want OZARK Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. OZARK Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with OZARK Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
If you can dream it, we can build it. OZARK Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, OZARK Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back!
And we're back here from Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri. This your post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing. And Dave, the story of the night was the resiliency of Brock Silver's squad. The Versailles Tigers fell behind 18-6, and we thought, oh, Eldon, they're on their way to a big win, but not so fast. Versailles able to outscore the Mustangs from that point on 35-6, and it was Kobe Williams, 260 yards, 6 touchdowns, and I'm telling you what, he seems to get better every week.
Yes, he certainly does, and there's a reason why he's been the spotlight player of us for the last 2 weeks and the player of the game the past 2 weeks. Anyone that watched this game tonight, obviously knew he's a special talent, and we're seeing him grow every single game, and really the level of his play, the sky's the limit. I mean, for this kid, and he, like he said, I mean, his offensive line is blocking for him, doing a great job. But also, he's doing a great job of finding those holes that those offensive linemen are making for him.
You're right, Dave. And we talked this week, and I'm not gonna hide it from you watching on your way home from the game.
Will's a fanboy.
I mean, I was so excited this week because the magnitude and what was at stake coming into tonight's game. And as we talked this week doing our prep, Dave, I said, it's just been crazy because last year with Kobe Williams, we didn't really know what we were going to get because we knew he was this freak athlete. His athleticism and his ability is up here where most players are here. No disrespect to his opponents, but he is a specimen. What he didn't have was the varsity experience. He was only a 14, 15-year-old kid, and they're learning how to play varsity quarterback against kids bigger than him. Now you fast forward a year, and you get to bring in that year of experience where he understands Brock Silver's offense, and he understands that varsity defenses move at a higher level, and he's made adjustments. And so when you pair the athleticism, this freak of nature, this ability that most young men would kill for, and you pair it with the poise, the maturity we've seen from him over the last year, and then the humble nature to say, my offensive line is how I did it because the holes. Because you bet your sweet butt, Dave, if I'm a 16, 17-year-old kid and I have 460 yards and 2 games with 8 touchdowns, they're going to interview me and they're going to say, how'd you do it? I'm going to say, who's yo daddy? Because I'm the man. And that's not what Kobe Williams does. He deflects the attention. My offensive line does it. My team's resilient. And it's like not only is he great playing football, but he's so mature for a junior in high school, and that's a direct reflection of the family he's got around him, and it comes from a very special community. You got to give props to this Versailles coaching staff. It starts at the top with Brock Silvers, but these assistants. You heard me talk to defensive coordinator Aaron Allen. You got Bo Rosebach. You've got Dusty Daniels. You've got Rich Williams. You've got Tony Piercy. Guys that bring football knowledge to the coaching staff, but even more importantly, they know how to communicate and relate to young men. And you're starting to see this Versailles team make some noise. And, Dave, we said next week at home against Hallsville, a chance to win 4 of their last 5 games and also host back-to-back playoff games. Next week with a win and a little help, they'll guarantee themselves back-to-back playoff games if they can win Week 10. And that's an exciting thing for a team that hasn't won a district playoff game in however many years.
Well, you mentioned Kobe Williams, getting a taste of varsity football last year. But so did all of his other teammates, all of his other classmates, like we've talked about. They've all had another year to mature and play together. Continuity is very key. If you got the same guys playing with each other game after game, you can build upon mistakes and prevent those, time and time again. So it is, I think a lot of it has to do with Kobe maturing as a player and the rest of his teammates together playing as one unit, because they showed that tonight, offensively and defensively. Of course, Kobe Williams, special player. He, stuck out, obviously, but it was the whole team effort.
Yeah, and when you look at Versailles, they get better each week, and you start talking about the district playoffs and who Versailles will play. Well, they play in the same district as Lamar, and that's the team they want to stay away from until the district championship potentially. And if they win next week with a little bit of help, they could probably give themselves a chance to make it to the title game against Lamar if they get some help. But this is a team, Dave, we know they can do it defensively. They know they can compete in the special teams game. And offensively, with Michael Trotter running the football along with Kobe Williams, then you can open up the passing game. And he's got weapons all over the field. We saw Espinosa tonight. Of course, Bryson Reynolds, that could be a big-time injury. Broke his hand in tonight's ball game. We'll find more out about that this week. But, Dallas Waller. You've just got weapons all over the field for Versailles, and you can't say enough about this line. Quinn Randall, Riley Radaman, they're just so tough making plays, and they haven't won a ton of ball games. Well, this year, they're working hard, and it's paying off. The Versailles Tigers, 5-3, an opportunity to win again next week, catapult them to 6-3. Who knows what could happen come playoff time.
So you mentioned they want to avoid Lamar, correct? Maybe, perhaps Lamar needs to be watching out for the Versailles Tigers.
It's a good point because this team, when firing all cylinders, they could beat just about anyone. Dave, on the other side, the Eldon Mustangs, we said it. They started 3-0 this season. Now they've lost 4 of their last 5 ball games. They're 4-4, and they have to play at the Osage Indians next week, a team who is struggling. And any time you see the Eldon Mustangs and Osage Indians play, throw the records out because it's a rivalry that means more than just the final score, so anything can happen.
Yeah, it really is, and the student bodies really get pumped up, and not to mention the players, but both schools, faculty, everyone gets pumped up for this game. It only happens once a year, so it's kind of a big deal.
And sometimes, a couple of seasons ago, we even had leading up to the week of the game, you had some Twitter trash talk going on between the Osage and Eldon players. So, they take it very, very seriously, and that kind of reminds you of a higher level of football. You see some chirping going on, maybe the college and pro level, but we saw it a couple of years ago with the Eldon Mustangs and Osage Indians. So, Dave, without further ado, tonight, it's Versailles, victorious 41-24 over the Eldon Mustang. Versailles, as we said, improved to 5-3. They're in 3rd place in the conference standings behind Boonville and Blair Oaks. Eldon, 4-4 on the year, 2-4 in the conference. They now fall to 3rd to last, only ahead of Osage and California. They've got their work cut out for them.
So if you're a Versailles Tiger fan, you have to have a big smile on your face right now that you haven't had in a long time, thinking about your Versailles Tigers football team. And congratulations on the victory tonight, all you fans, and an alumni right here. So
the smile's big, and it's cheesy.
There you go.
Also, former Eldon Mustang, but it feels good to see the Versailles Tigers playing so well and so much left to accomplish in the 2018 season. For our entire crew from Victor Field in Eldon, Missouri, this has been your Game of the Week on Lake TV. For our crew, this is Dave Glendenning. I am William Holtz. Until next time, good night and God bless. Thanks for watching.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, OZARK Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Eldon Furniture, Sacalaris Ford of Versailles, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, OZARK Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.